All right, hello. Welcome to the live stream. It's birdie time. We're hanging out. Let's see, is my video good today?
People know about this
Oh, of course.
but it's one that I and a ton of other college and pro level athletes.
Gotta turn the volume off. Always. There we go. Well, welcome to the stream. Happy 4th of July. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you got to play some disc golf like I did. I was very happy and blessed to get out there. And awesome. Okay, looks like everything looks pretty good here. Oh. For the most part. Okay, we're almost good. All right, perfect. All right, looks like we got Zach in the chat saying, what did you do for 4th of July? Yeah, what did everybody do for the 4th? So, I didn't actually celebrate the 4th with anything Independence Day related, but I got to enjoy the 4th of July, so that was really nice. I went out disc golfing in the morning. I got a fun round in at Eastway, one of my best rounds, playing the super longs out there. I went 5 down with 60% C1 putting. I missed a bunch of like 30 footers, 25 to 30 footers. I kept hitting the cage and the band. It would be like cage, band, cage, band, cage. Kind of brutal, but my score was great, so I was very happy about that. My only bogey, I threw a great tee shot and it landed in, not kidding, 6 foot tall thorny weeds in the middle of the fairway. Perfect tee shot, and I had that to like throw from. My only bogey. That was a great time, and then then I went back out to Renaissance, and shout out to a soon upcoming collaboration. I had my first disc golf YouTuber collaboration with Dr. Disrespect. Disrespect, goodness. So Cam and I played Renaissance best shot doubles. So make sure that when those videos come out, you pay attention for a couple of reasons. A, they're great. It's going to be a lot of fun. And B, we're splitting up the front nine and the back nine. And on each video, we're doing a disc giveaway. Cam gave me this disc for the upcoming giveaway, and I gave him a disc that he'll be giving away as well. And we set a line, I think it was 11 under. If our best shot doubles team didn't manage to get 11 under, then we add another disc to the giveaway for there being 3 discs total given away. So you have to watch those, see if we hit that line or not, get entered into both of those giveaways or all 3 of those giveaways potentially. So those videos will be coming pretty soon, but I will say we had a lot of fun. We had some great shots out there, some really clutch, cool moments and birdies, and just had a blast. So those videos will be coming soon, and it was a really cool like first collaborative experience. So shout out to Disrespect, to Cam, for his work on YouTube. He has some pretty nice content. He's down in Florida, so you'll actually probably see him playing some courses that I have played, I have filmed at as well, but of course prior to the last 6 months since I moved to Charlotte. Anyway, I think that catches you guys up with my 4th of July. So that's what I did to kind of celebrate and hang out. And I think otherwise, yeah, I think I just chilled. I was pretty wiped out by the end of the second round playing Renaissance, especially the longer layout that we played. Pretty tired. So I think I came home and just did nothing for the rest of the day. Yep. All right, Steven says, hello, hi, hey, howdy. Thanks for hopping on and joining us, Steven. And your greetings are always appreciated. Let's see. Dude says that swimming is the best activity for sure. Swimming is a strong contender, especially because a lot of the country, especially this year, really hot on the 4th of July. So swimming, yeah, there's something to be said for it, getting in the water. But you can't live without food. So I'm not surprised that just with a few votes, we've had Cookout Barbecue jumping ahead in the early stages of the poll to 43%, Fireworks at 29%, classic, and then Swimming and Parade both at 14%. but we'll get a lot more votes as the evening goes on, so we'll see where those end up by the end. Justin's here too. Heck yeah. Thanks for hopping on, Justin. Always great to see a list of moderators in the chat. Zach says no, swimming is not the best activity. I didn't put disc golf, but it's kind of implied that we would all vote disc golf anyway. So it's the clear winner of the poll. Disc golf wins. We don't even have to include it in the poll because it would just get 100%. And therefore, it's its own separate poll. We all know the results. We skip that poll and we go to the independence-themed poll instead of just all of us voting for disc golf. Dude just says it's good as long as the weather's right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because, man, it's been warm. It's definitely been warm. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, let's see. What did I do? Oh, yesterday, had a little tournament. Just another C tier in the Chain Reactions point series. So every so often, I don't know, every 3 months we have a point series with 4, 5, maybe even 6 tournaments in the point series, and then it culminates in the point series finale at the end. I won the last point series finale, so that was very, very cool. But, excuse me, but I did not win the point series itself, mostly because I missed 2 of the 5 tournaments to go to Michigan. So going to Michigan, missing 2 of the 5 tournaments made it pretty difficult to earn as many points as everyone else because it's based on how many people you beat in the tournaments. However, this point series, I think I can make all 5, and I have a decently strong start with the first 2. I think I took... Great, now I'm forgetting. Did I take 4th? 6th? I took 6th place at Kilbourne, but there were like 25 or so people, so I still got, a decent amount of points. And then I tied for 3rd at Wing It yesterday out of 18 people. So I got a nice solid 15 points for that too. So I should be right up there, top 1 or 2, maybe 3rd right now for points in the point series with these 2. So I feel like all I have to do is have one great tournament, take the win, get 5 extra points for winning, and then show up and take top 5 in the other 2, and I think I'll be pretty hard to beat for the point series this time. That's my goal. The people I'm worried about, like Jacob Stoner, I have more points than he does, and Holt didn't play at Wing It. He played and won another tournament at Kilbourne. So a little bit of my kind of competition scoring worse than me. So I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty thrilled. Dude just says, local disc shop had a tent at the park for the 4th, but when I got there 2 hours before they were supposed to leave, they were all packed up. That's unbelievable. I'll have to take my business to another round for my next order, apparently. Yeah. That's really sad. That's like... It's like brutally disappointing. That makes me sad on the inside just hearing that. That's tough. Gotta hit the... another round. Oh gosh, Hendo Jr., thanks for being here, acting completely normal and not at all weird in the chat. Really appreciate it. Dakota, how have you been, man? It's been a while. So Dakota's been on the channel multiple times, but Florida is too far away. Way too far away. Hopefully we can play another round together by the end of the year. I'm coming to the Chainhawk Open, so I don't know if you can make that work or not, but I'm going to show up for Cho. Gonna be there. Steven worked on the 4th. That's rough. That's really disappointing. Yeah. I did more work today, actually, working on some videos. Ed J, thanks for hopping on and joining us. What's up? We're just chatting about the 4th of July and, of course, disc golf, as always. Make sure you get your votes in on the poll. Disc golf isn't an option because we all know that it would just win with 100%. So I just, skipped that part. Hendo Jr., dying in the Florida heat. Yeah, I mean, it's hot in Charlotte. You're a lot further south. So I believe you. I believe you. It's probably boiling down there. I kind of miss it. Like, I don't know. I just love Florida so much. It's just such a great place to be and to enjoy. But it is a bit more temperate in Charlotte, and as hot as it is, it doesn't have the real feel that Florida has. So I've honestly been like playing in the afternoons, and like I get sweaty and everything, but I feel like usually I'm not dying by the end of my round. I'm not just killed, wiped out by the Charlotte heat compared to the Florida heat. So I think Florida prepped me to handle Charlotte, and I feel good about it. I feel strong. AJ, driving from Idaho back to Reno. Okay. Drive safe, man. Be careful, and make sure you keep yourself healthy for the next time you're going to play disc golf. Coming soon. Yeah. Be safe. Be safe. Thanks for hopping on and joining us. And might be able to move into Colorado in September for work. We'll see if I have the option of the weekend trip. Hey, congrats, though. I hope that's a good move. That sounds really exciting, and I'm happy for you. That's really, really cool. So that's awesome. I hope that move goes really, really well. Dude says, spoilers. Brent disappointed me in the match play. I won't say exactly what Brent did that was disappointing, but there were disappointing moments from Brent in the match play. Please watch it. It's a really great round. I think one of the best that I filmed. Some of the most highlights caught on camera in a single round that I've seen in a long time. So check out that match play that I had against Brent. Hashtag Team Brent. Unstoppable says, what's in your back? So if you're talking about my disc golf discs back here, I always try to go for a Brave, but I got a Heat this time. So these are disc golf discs. The idea of a frisbee, but they're shaped and designed differently than a frisbee. So I have a frisbee here, kind of an ultimate frisbee disc here. You can see that the shape is really kind of made for slower flight and for playing catch with it, versus a disc golf disc, which is designed to cut through the air, fly further and faster for distance. Disc golf discs are used to play disc golf out on the course and get to the basket in as few shots as possible. Very, very similar rules to golf, of course. I play a lot of tournaments. I've gotten discs to review. I've gotten mystery boxes given to me. I've beaten friends and taken discs from them. Speaking of taking discs from friends, discs from friends. I have this scepter that I still have from Dakota. You need to win it back at some point. I've just been holding on to it because we haven't been able to go head to head in a long time. It's in the collection. Get it back one day? We'll see. You at least need the chance to get it back. Aw Man says, at least you get the beach in Florida. Fair enough, but you don't get alligators in the water in Charlotte. Or sharks. No sharks. Hendo Jr. today was 90 with 80% humidity. Yeah. Like, it's been 90. I don't think it's been 80% humidity. Maybe it has been, but not, like, every day. Maybe occasionally. But, yeah. It's rough down there. It's rough down there. Chain Theory says, hey, man, always try to pop in here and there. Can you recommend a slow approach disc? I'm in Florida, by the way. Die every round. Yeah, slow approach discs just depends on kind of what you're looking for you. The Berg is great. The Berg X, people swear by it. It's even, I think, better at distance control and stability. Really torque resistant. If you want a little bit of under stability, the range is supposed to be really great. I personally have thrown it successfully, and I've thrown it poorly because the shape doesn't feel right in my hand. I don't know. So my experience with the range is that I can tell it's a great disc, but it doesn't get in my bag, personally. Otherwise, you can always just kind of go to a zone. It's not the slowest approach disc, but it's really reliable. It's going to be stable to overstable depending on your plastic. You can even do zone OS if you just really want to spike something in or rip something flat and watch it just dive to the ground to the left. So there's a few good options for you depending on what you want. You can always go polecat if you want to just play catch with the basket and just kind of loft and toss your polecat gently. It just has that perfect amount of glide to 1300, so it really kind of handles a gentle touch. And if you're good at just kind of tossing a frisbee around playing catch, the polecat might be the way to go. Or a Sonic. Hendo Jr. played around and went through 3 bottles of water. Dang. I went through 2.5 yesterday in my tournament, and I drank the other half on the way home. So I get it. I get it. Dude, if I'm dying in 92 degrees Indiana, I couldn't function in Florida. Yeah, yeah. It's rough, man. The humidity is rough. You're just swimming through the air all the time. Oh, Chain Theory, thank you. Chain Theory with the 5, thank you so much. Says, thanks, man. Hope this can pay for your uh, next league round buy-in. Appreciate you. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'll either go for a league or I'll go for the ace pot at the next Chain Reactions tournament. It is over $1,000 and it's at Bailey. So Bailey has like 21 somewhat short holes and like 15 of them are pretty aceable. So I'm expecting like 2 or 3 people to ace at Bailey. Fingers crossed. I'm one of them. I love a split of that 1,300, whatever amount is going to be in the ace pot. So that might be where the 5 goes, or a league if I play on Friday. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let me know. Okay, you said never really give them a chance. Berg X sounds exciting for sure. A lot of people have really, like people who like the Berg, love the Berg X. They almost all of them are like, oh, it's just better. It's just better. It does exactly what you want it to do. So that's been my experience. I've seen it. I've seen people throw them. Haven't thrown it. I don't think I've thrown one myself. Maybe once. But yeah. And Dujit says he loves it too. Or just the Berg. There you go. Hendo Jr. have to convince you to come out to the Rockies for some fun golf. Throwing up there is so much fun. Dude, please. Yes. I'm pretty convincible, so let's make that happen. That sounds amazing, and it sounds like filming would be incredible. Oh, wow. Yes. The answer is yes. Heck yeah. Dude just says the Berg is too slow for some people, but it's money for me within 150. Yep, that's fair. It's kind of the way that that it flies. It's intentionally slow. So some people are like, I don't like it. But for a lot of people, it's like, oh, it's perfect. Perfect. Chain Theory says, that's what I'm looking for. Zone requires too much touch for the lower distances, and I lack touch. Yeah, it definitely helps with that. Ed J also mentions the range. Dude just says range is great, like a faster Berg. There you go, there you go. Graydon says, what is your favorite disc brand? So that's a great question. So anyone who's pretty familiar with my bag knows that I bag like 10 different manufacturers. So I'm not really super loyal, but I do love Discmania. I do love Latitude 64, and I do love Streamline, Cosmic Neutron, anything. Specifically, I throw the Echo a lot. I have a ton of spare Echoes, and I keep 2 or 3 in the bag, depending on the course. I have multiple spare Braves. I actually just got a used one that I think is an older run, and I am very, very happy to start kind of practicing with it because I think it flies less flippy than my newer Braves, and I really, really love that. The Latitude 64 Royal Grand Plastic is just perfect. It's just perfect. Then Discmania, I like the higher level, I should say higher, but the stiffer Neo plastic for my Enigmas, and I love the S Blend for my FD1 and other discs that I've thrown. Just the S Blend feels really nice as well. Plus, I did some putting with the P2. Yes, with the P2. Very successfully. The one time I used it for a round, it went quite well. So Discmania is just good stuff. It's just good. Steven likes the Electron Envy for any person's approach disc. Nice, yeah. I think the Envy is a solid one. I mean, I guess James Conrad's thrown it well once or twice. Excuse me. Graydon says, are you sponsored? So technically, yes, not really. So I'm sponsored by Chain Reactions. Chain Reactions is not a disc manufacturer, but rather he runs the Chain Reactions kind of family. They run local events. So that Point Series is a Chain Reactions event. So I get discounted entry into those events, invites to special events throughout the year, and I have a nice personal connection to Nolan. So I'm able to ask him when new discs are coming out. I'm able to have him grab a couple for me, and I just use like merchandise credit, and then I can do disc reviews on disc as soon as it comes out. Unfortunately, I've had videos stacked up so I haven't actually been able to do disc reviews when discs come out in a little while. But there's still a really good connection to have with him. So yeah, technically speaking, I do have a sponsorship, but it's not a disc manufacturer sponsorship. It's not an income based sponsorship. Hopefully that's next. I had been working on a merchandise sponsorship, but it looks like that's fallen through, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to pursue another avenue for that. But hopefully that's coming this summer because I've been looking forward to that for a long time. Chain Theory says, "Yeah, that's dope. Hope you get it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. My brother has gotten a skip ace at Bailey in tournament and got a chunk of that ace payout. So I'd love for it to be my turn. I hit the basket at Wing It. Steven, you'll be interested in this. Hole 16 through the taco. Couldn't have been better. Except I landed too close to the basket and skipped up and hit the bottom of the cage. If I landed 4 feet right, I probably would have hit chains on my skip. It was flawless. And coming down the stretch, it helped me birdie out and secure third place, which was nice. 2 back from the lead. Also, I chained out of an 18-footer and took a bogey off one of my best tee shots of the day. Yeah, I was so close. I was so close to winning this tournament. John Kelly says, loving your toboggan course vids. That course is tough. If you're ever in the Flint area, love to play around with you. Thank you. Yes, toboggan was tough. I had to, well, I was able to get my practice round filmed, as well as 2 of my 3 tournament rounds coming soon. My tournament rounds have been, well, like I said, I have a bunch of stuff filmed and not edited. So 2 tournament rounds coming soon. But I was able to post the full practice round if you haven't checked it out. And then I've been able to drop some of the like practice birdies of the day, tournament birdies of the day, a couple fails, sprinkled in there. But man, hole 3, dude, I really wanted that in tournament. And round 3, I incorrectly ranged the distance to the basket because it was blocked by the weeds. The OB weeds were too tall. So I ranged what I thought was pin high, and I ranged 40 feet short. So I ranged 330 through 330, and it was 370. So missed the putt. Really still hurts. I really wanted that tournament birdie. So much. But yes, crazy tough course, and I'll try to let you know if I'm ever back up in the Flint area. I travel up to Jackson. My family, I grew up in Jackson. Family's there, so every once in a while I'm popping in. Occasionally it's Christmas, so I'm probably not traveling to Flint to play disc golf. But you never know. Never know. Dude, finding my bag is like 65% Discraft. Yeah, Discraft is just old reliable. It's good stuff, good plastic, good discs. And if you really like it, then you love it. Like a lot of people just absolutely love Discraft. And I just find them good. I love the Buzz SS that I had. I love the sole. As you all know, I bag a cap wrap. And I'm sure if I had a disc fall out of the bag and there was a Discraft disc to throw in, like the Athena maybe, I would probably do it. Discmania Origin is actually incredibly underrated. Yeah, the Origin is fantastic. I've only thrown it a couple of times. I want to throw it more. There are a lot of Discmania discs that I want to throw more. But yeah, Origin is really good. Ed J, what happened to the Wardens? Nothing happened to the Wardens. Wardens are in the bag. I didn't recommend it for like a slow approach disc because I think it's too gliding. It just goes too far. Don't be bashing on my guy Conrad. Hey, he threw in one Worlds with an envy. You can't top it. You just can't. Dude just says, crazy story. A friend and I played a round on Thursday. We both aced with the same disc, different holes. I think it was a factory second pixel. Pretty crazy. That is an amazing story. That's really awesome. So, that's funny. I have a somewhat similar story. So you both aced with the same disc on different holes. You both threw that disc and got an ace with it. That's amazing. That's really, really funny. Congrats. How far were the aces? I had a somewhat similar experience. I was trying to ace run a hole after a round with one of my newer disc golf buddies, Kyle, and he threw like 2 discs, and I handed him my zone, and he just rips it on forehand. I don't know if it went more than a foot right of the chains, and it just drifted straight back, dead center, straight in, 240 feet, I think, with the zone. Unreal. And I was like, he just aced with my disc. Like, what just happened? It was right in my face. It was really amazing. Steven says, nice. 16 is fun but tough. Yeah, it's really all about, like, if you have the right disc and you hit the gap, your disc does the work for you. But you can also just hit the log and roll away. You can throw 5 feet too far and catch the tree and kick right. You can hit a perfect shot and skip far. So it's like, the line isn't really the challenge. It's just that a couple little things can go wrong, and you have a 30-footer obstructed. Happens quick. Roger Franklin Maxwell. First hole-in-one was with Discraft Eclipse. Discraft Eclipse. I'm not sure if I've thrown the Eclipse. My first hole-in-one was with a Katana. Pro Katana? Jonesville, hole 4. Yeah, Pro Katana. Now missing chunks. It was overstable for me back then. The 589 Chicken says, facts on the origin. Check out the TD and TDX. TD is great. Shout out to my buddy Blaze. Gave me a really nice TD. Lost it at Toboggan. Hurt my feelings. I have not thrown the TDX. I should throw it. I also need to replace my TD. I almost did. Excuse me. Must have been the enchilada. I have not thrown the TDX, so I haven't had the opportunity to compare them, but the TD is nice. Really nice. Dude just says, speaking of the Buzz SS, is it as understable as the Echo or more like a Mako? I would say in between. And that's a really tough question to answer. I don't feel like I ever threw it full power. It was always like a straight shot disc for me. So it was a tiny bit more stable than the Echo the way that I threw it. I would assume for you it's going to just basically be as flippy as an Echo. Because it's not going to hold... It's not going to hold the line. It's a 5.4 negative 2.1, and the Echo is a 5.5 negative 1.5 1. So it's technically flippier. It'll probably fly that way for you. You guys have all seen me play. I tend to throw a little more restrained instead of full power, like, distance. That's my game. Do you have Comet Envy M model? My brother has a really nice Comet. He throws it super, super well. I think he has multiple aces with it. I know he aced Scrapyard hole 9, left hand backhand across the water. Huge ace. Then he switched to Prodigy after getting onto their street team. No more Comet. I don't have a Comet, but I've thrown it. I love it. I just like the Buzz SS more. I like the Echo more. I like the Soul more if I want it to turn. Envy. I have an Eclipse Envy. I think. I'm pretty sure. Where are you? Oh, I gave it away. To Justin, I think. I gave it away to Justin or just, yeah, to Justin, I'm pretty sure. I had one. I think I still have, oh, I do. I have a gifted Envy from my buddy Sam. Shout out Sam. So I do still have an Envy. Not the same one I was thinking. Backyard Boys, I aced twice in a row with both of my putters. That is amazing. And that reminds me, I believe the first video, or maybe the second video that I ever posted on YouTube, one of my first two, I took 3 wardens out in the backyard, threw 180 feet over a log pile, threw in, missed by a foot, threw in. 2 out of 3 aces, not real aces. And then I walk up, and there's a deer watching me, like 30 feet from the basket, just wondering what I was doing. So if you have not seen one of the OG videos on my channel, I think I called it 2 out of 3 aces with a deer as my witness or something like that. two aces in 20 seconds, something like that. So that reminds me of that, and it was in my backyard. So there you go, backyard boys. We're the same. We're the same. Getting aces, except no, yours were better. Yours were in a row. Mine were not in a row. Roger Franklin Maxwell, 1999 world champion through a comet. Oh yeah. And back then they didn't have 6 speeds yet. No, I'm just kidding. But obviously disc development has come a long way for sure. I mean the comet's good. Comet's good. Dude just says played with an ambidextrous player for the first time in my recent tournament. Forehands lefty and backhand right. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's like it's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's so funny. John Kelly, tobogganate 2 of my discs, and I never lose discs. The rough is like 8 feet tall. Yes, it is. And it's very thorny, it's very thick, and it's deep. It doesn't like only extend a few feet in, it just goes forever into eternity. It is brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. So I lost 5 discs in my practice round. Um, Probably could have hunted and found 1 or 2 of them. Wasn't worth it. I threw spares on purpose. The only one I really tried to find was the TD because Blaze gave it to me, and that was in like the worst spot. And we failed to properly film it as well, so we couldn't even use the footage. It was just a little bit of a tragedy. Yeah. I feel for you, John. Hopefully they weren't your best discs. Erwin Curtis hopping in. Norris Chuck, LOL, howdy. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you swinging by and being here. Dude, you're gonna place my order of Zone, Envy maybe, and Buzz SS. There you go. Yeah, depending on your plastic, the Buzz SS might be just that nice turn, but not like too flippy for you. Depending. Roger Franklin, the Squall is a great disc. Anheuser has a long line. Yeah, I've heard of the Squall. I don't know if I've thrown it or not. Luke M, what are your thoughts on Paul Macbeth? My thoughts on Paul Macbeth is that he was the best. He will go down in history as the best of his time, and the field caught up to him. Gannon is just better on any given weekend. Calvin can beat him. Coriolis can beat him. Ricky can beat him. Ricky's always, been able to. I said Gannon, Simon can beat him, and that's just not how it was in 2017. In 2017, you didn't have 8 people that might just beat, Paul Macbeth on any given weekend. You had 1 person who could beat him, and maybe. So he was so dominant, but the field caught up. Everyone got better. Everyone started throwing further. Everybody started hitting longer putts because Paul stood out for his putting. Now, Gannon stands out for his putting over Paul when he's putting well. So those are my thoughts on Paul. He's fantastic. He's an incredible player, and he was the best of his time, and he was incredibly dominant. But everyone got good. So there are now 15 Paul Macbeths. Dujit decided to go for the confetti freaky zone. There you go. Nice. There you go. Zach says that I did give the envy to Justin. Okay. Steven says, I'm seeing some tournaments popping up down there for when I come down. Heck yeah, that's great. Hopefully wing it, man. You can play wing it. Roger Franklin says, I think that drones would find discs pretty good if used properly. That they'll work really well in open shots. But like, for instance, the rough at Toboggan, you don't only have the tall rough, so you couldn't just put a zone above the rough and see the disc go in and be like, oh, it's right there. Like the rough is tall and then there's trees above it, and the disc like punches in and vanishes. So I've caught on film discs going into the rough. I've seen what tree they hit and not been able to find them. So I think that drones can be an advantage on some courses. Toboggan specifically, I don't know that it would help. I think spotters being down there is the only way to have a high chance of retrieving a disc that goes into the rough every time. And shout out to all the spotters, because there were a lot of great spotters and they saved me time and a couple of discs in the tournament for sure, and strokes. Thomas Harris says, hello everyone, hope everyone is having a great weekend. I'm having a great weekend. I hope you're having a great weekend. Played good disc golf over the weekend and have really enjoyed the holiday spirit, I suppose. Yes, mostly for disc golf. Luke, I just started. What are some tips? Also, Kalash says, which book's behind you? These are disc golf discs. Did I get the heat again? Oh, I didn't. Nice. I got the Skyway. I never grabbed the Skyway. So these disc golf discs are designed to fly further faster than frisbees and used in competition. So Luke, great question. That's a really kind of. There are tons of answers for that. So it depends on what you're working on. If you're working on, well, let me just put it this way: there are a lot of fundamentals, footwork, grip on the disc, swing and mechanics, timing, follow through. These are all huge elements of kind of improving and getting better at disc golf. So think about those elements. Try to evaluate your own throwing. Maybe film yourself and say, it seems like something's off here. And then try to find YouTube videos, tutorials, like Joel Freeman. I know that Drew Gibson. I was like Wilson. No, Drew Gibson has some form videos as well. He did a good job of really analyzing form and getting good at it. That can help with gripping the disc, throwing the disc, being consistent. But I would say for you personally, you should just go throw discs in an open field and start to figure out what they do for you. When you know what a disc does for you, you know how to throw it on a hole so that it gets kind of close. And when you start doing that, you'll start scoring well. Uh, and then just keep having fun. Keep trying to get better, but keep enjoying it. It's going to be a great experience. It's going to be a lot of fun for the rest of your life if you want to keep playing disc golf. So, yeah, lean into it, really enjoy it, play with friends. It makes it better. Yeah, great question. Steven says Paul Macbeth is still a lot of fun to watch throw in person. Throws very far and accurate sneakily. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, still, like, there are so many players, but in addition to, or including Paul Macbeth, that are just great to watch because they're still on another level. Like, he's still amazing. It's just that everybody's amazing. And you get lost in the crowd. Roger Franklin, have an old Paul Macbeth disc golf bag. Well, I wouldn't call him old, but that's okay. Has an old disc golf bag. Nice. I had one. I don't know who I gave it to. I gave it to somebody. It wasn't that old, but it was old for me. Luke says, Roger, can I have it? Dude just says, that tournament also taught me that I'm terrible at super wooded courses. Granted, the fairways were maybe only like 9 to 10 feet wide. Sounds like Charlotte. Not really. Sounds like Nevin. Yeah, that's tough. It's another type of golf. Like, you can throw bombs, but if you can't hit 300-foot tunnel shots, fairways, there's a lot of courses that are just that. Like, you just have to be accurate. You have to stay in the fairway instead of skipping off to the side. It's just it's a different skill element to work on. And I would say it tends to be more of a strength for me versus the wide open distance shots. But yeah, it's definitely another thing to hit your gap like every time. Like Isaac Robinson. He's so good at that gap hitting. He's not intimidated at all. Hey, Luke says you got a new subscriber. Thanks for the tips. Heck yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. And keep asking questions. We'll try to help you out with whatever you're wondering and thinking about. I do have so I don't have a lot of videos saying here's the right way to do things. I have a few videos saying here's how I do things. This is my thought process. This is how I do it. That helps me. And I do have, I think, a pretty good putting tips video for helping you practice and train mentally for putting and how to get the most out of your practice. So I do recommend that for advice. But I recommend more professionals and like Gannon's newest videos. I know he's doing kind of a how-to series. I would recommend that over anything that I have if you're looking for specific mechanics and grip and how you're supposed to do something the right way. Roger Franklin, also have an autographed blowfly from Steady Ed. Blowfly, huh? I don't have a blowfly. I have a dragonfly. That's cool. Steady Ed, man, that's classic. OG. That's really, really awesome. Steven says that's awesome. Says, oh, nice. Dude just says that's sweet. Roger Franklin says, the more you throw, the more you know. That's true. Get some experience. Gonzalo says, what's up, bro? Thanks for hopping on and joining us, man. Just hanging out, enjoying the 4th of July weekend, and talking disc golf. Steven says, 9 to 10 feet wide is pretty wide for a wooded fairway in Charlotte. Some of them. I mean, some gaps. There are some gaps that are 8 feet, but the fairway is actually 15. Like Scrapyard is a lot of like 15 to 20 foot fairways, but smaller gaps off the tee. But yeah, depends on the course. Roger Franklin Maxwell. If I could disc golf every single day, I would. Have you heard of? Yeah, that's a sentiment that I share as well. Heck yeah. Have you heard of the guy who has apparently played a round of disc golf every day for like 15 years? I think it was on Tour Life. Where's Doc? Doc would confirm it instantly because he hangs out in Tour Life every week. I'm pretty sure they talked about it, that he has the ongoing world record for the most days in a row having played a full round of disc golf, a fully scored round of disc golf. So it sounds like, sick or not, rain or shine, the man squeezes in a round of golf every single day. I like the idea of playing every single day, but obviously with my human body and limitations, it's nice to take a day or two off every week and then double up some other days, get some more golf in. Canberra Raiders says, I'm going to sub. Heck yeah, we got another one. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out and being here with us. Luke says, trim the beard. Looks good. I did a little beard trimming in concordance with the haircut. I'll tell you this story. So I show up for my haircut, forgot my wallet. So I'm like, I walked in and I was like, I'm so sorry. I forgot my wallet. Can I like pay another way, like PayPal or something? And they're like, yeah, we'll make it work. I said, okay, thank you. So I go sit down and they're like, hey, we're training someone. She's not going to cut your hair, but she's just going to like watch. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And then the lady grabs clippers and goes, like really short on the side. And I was like, oh, I just lost a lot of hair. I don't think it was necessarily like too short, but this is as short as I ever wanted. It was very like well trimmed. But it's super hot out, so I'm kind of grateful for it at the same time. So, in concordance with it, really had to trim up the beard, and I've been trying to keep it nice because the really bushy beard did not work well with the short hair. Not a good combo. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience, and they proceeded to give me a free MVP treatment at Sports Clips twice so that the new hire could practice it. And once was enough. By the time I was done, I was like, man, I'm kind of running a little bit late. I got the MVP treatment twice, and I had like a lavender towel on my face for 20 minutes straight. I don't know. It was funny. Luke says, what is the best disc type for beginners, like mid-range putter, driver? I lean towards mids and putters. Depends on how your grip is and how you like throwing. I think that either one can work really, really well. So mid-ranges are just a little bit more like drivers, so they give you good training for heading upwards. So probably at first you're going to want to throw understable things like the sole, really flippy mid-range. But it depends on how you throw. So if you have a chopped forehand, then you're going to need to get some overstable discs to kind of swing out of your flight and fade. If you have an Anheuser backhand, same thing. But if you're like me, you throw a little bit of hyzer, you're going to want all of your discs to be understable. So you're going to want comets and soles and uplinks and other flippy discs that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. Shoes and stingrays, things like that. So that's my recommendation. Try throwing some putters, try throwing some mids. If your mids don't go any further than your putters, then stick with putters for a while. Get them figured out. And then move up to mids when you start actually throwing a putter 200, 230 feet. It's time to throw some mids because you're there. Yeah, I think that's good advice. Great question. Roger says putting is so fun and challenging and rewarding. Putting has been the most enjoyed part of disc golf for me. Although lately I've been putting poorly. Not like bad, but just not at my best. I miss, I don't know, I just miss Florida. I felt like I was able to get putting practice in constantly, and I just don't do that in Charlotte. I don't know. I miss it. Steven says, still can't get over that one tee shot at Westminster with the two big trees right in front of your face that leaves you with no options. That is a narrow shot. Is that hole one downhill? Because that's not too narrow. You're probably talking about like 13, 14. Yeah. I think 13 or 14. One of those two. Those are silly. Roger says, that's love. Devin says, any luck on any focus? Any luck on any focus? Are you talking about like focusing while putting? I'm trying to recall if we had a conversation about focus. Like I feel like we talked about it in the comments, and now I can't remember. It's slipping away. I'm too old. Roger says my only goal now is 2 holes in one round. Okay, that's an admirable goal. 2 aces in a round. Yeah, that's got to be rare. Absolutely. Steven says yes, one of the middle holes. Okay, yeah, I remember it from USDGC doubles. Yeah, the one that you're talking about. And I remember it specifically because I shanked my tee shot and parked it through the right side. Just missed everything. Stupidest, luckiest trash ever. But we got the birdie. It was great. It was great. Devin says focus the putters. So if you're talking about, I've had I've been focusing poorly while I'm putting in tournaments. I think that's what we're talking about because I have talked about that at Hornets Nest in particular in the Charlotte Amateur Championship. It's been better. It's happened a couple of times, but it was really one round where the focus was really, really, really bad, and it was kind of an outlier for me. I've been more focused in practice and in tournaments since then. Well, actually, Kilbourne was kind of bad too, to be honest. I missed a couple of easy putts by a lot. They weren't even like chain outs; they were like air balls. So I would say it's getting better. It's getting back to normal. Because focus has normally been my strength in putting and in strategy, and it's kind of been not that way. It's been weak lately. So I think I'm getting it back. Yeah. I had some really good practice lately. Scrapyard, the horse course, the place that I just played, goodness. Putting has been solid. Putting focus has been solid. Thank you for asking. Ellis says, hey, so pickleball has taken over my group's activity, so it looks like disc golf is no longer a thing for them. No, I think I'm going to step back, take a bit of a step back from it, and start getting back into disc golf. Yes. That's too bad, though, man. It sucks to have your friend group shift. Even when, like, my buddies were like, hey, let's play this, video game instead of that one. And I'm like, I don't like that game. Like, stick with what we love. Why would we change? It's always kind of a bummer. You either feel like you have to follow them and deal with a sport or game you don't like as much, or split and play your own thing. It's a little sad either way. So I'm sorry to hear that. Roger says, little aim, lot of feel. Little aim, lot of feel. And if that's specifically for putting, that's somewhat true. That's definitely pretty true. Little aim, lot of feel. You have to be in the right mindset to make your putts. So if you are not in the right mindset, then it doesn't matter where you're aiming, that disc is not going in that basket very often. Roger says, could really go into a whole lot on putting. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so if anyone else is looking to kind of have different mentality with putting, I have a putting tips video. I shouted out like 20 minutes ago. I think it's pretty solid. It really walks through what helps me focus on putting. It doesn't necessarily overcome a day where I'm feeling incredibly like anxious or completely distracted and just can't focus. But for the most part, it reins me in, keeps me from doing dumb things, from missing easy putts, and it keeps my percentage higher. And that's really all you can ask for, is having your putting percentage be as high as it can be. Not perfection, just better. Close to at your best. Close to your best. Roger says, have a few friends that drive putt. Is that like a putting style, or are you talking about putting with a driver? They drive putt. Devin Curious says, anyone have pixels? Anyone have pixels? Yeah, it's a great question. Pixels were so popular, like, so quickly. I got my hands on one, liked it, bagged it for a while, but I bagged it for throwing. Everyone else was putting with it. I've just never been able to go away from the Wardens. The Wardens are just so good. They're just so perfect for me. So it's Wardens all the way, but the Pixel's great. I putted with it a little bit, used it for a round. I think spoilers for a year-old video, I think I beat Blaze with a Pixel versus Envy revenge video when I got the Pixels. Cashed a few C2 putts and a lot of Circle 1 putts. Threw really well with it. And he gave it to me after I demolished him and got my revenge. And yeah, it went in the bag for a while. I think I almost aced with it like 3 times, 2 chain outs maybe. I remember one on camera where I thought it was in. Sorry, I'm really itchy. Mowed the lawn and I got something on my ankle. Pixel's great though. Thomas says the rain actually let me get some disc golf in today. Awesome. Man, it's a bummer to have rain stop you though. That's so frustrating. I'm glad that you got out and got some disc golf in. Doc says best disc must be talking about a shoe. Hey, not only have I said where's Doc when we need him, but I have shouted out the shoe. So 2 for 2, Doc's here, and he says is a reference to the shoe. That's great. Doc, did you see, I think it was Tour Life, did you see the guy who has the record for the most consecutive days playing a full round of disc golf? And do you remember how long that was? Was it like 15 years that he's played every single day, a full round? Dang, my ankle is so itchy. I need to stop scratching that. Oh, that does not look good. I need to leave that alone. It's all red. Tom's got a Pixel. Yeah. Devin says that's all I putt with. The Pixels are good. They putt well. Doc said, seen that guy before. It's crazy. Yeah, do you remember his stats, his numbers? 4,224 days, Google says. That would be 10 years plus. So between 10 and 15 years, yeah. Yep. That'd be like 13 years. Pretty close. 12 and a half years, something like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thomas says, how's it going, Doc? Yeah, Doc coming in a few minutes late. No, it's all good. Appreciate you being here, of course. Speaking of Tour Life, do you know if Brody and all are safe after the floods in Texas? I haven't heard anything specific about that. So I would think if there were an issue, I would have heard about it. So I would assume safety. That's what I would assume, for sure. Luke says, what is your favorite disc? So that's a great question. Personally, my favorite discs are Echo and Brave. Absolutely top 2. Soul is very close, very good disc. And the Enigma, all of those are great discs for me. Let me see. I have an Enigma. I have a Brave. Oh, I have an Echo. I just have these sitting off camera. So I have an Echo, dyed by Moontree Dyes. I have an Enigma, not dyed by Moontree. I don't know where I got it dyed. I have a Brave that I want to get dyed, and I have been lazy in getting the scent out to be dyed. But it's so pretty, and it's going to look really sweet when it's dyed. Got some fireworks going on. And I have a Soul. Signed by Blaze. What a legend. Those would be probably top 4 favorite discs. Not necessarily the discs I throw the most, although it's pretty similar. I throw the FD1 a lot, though. But they're definitely some of my favorite discs, for sure. If I had to pick one, I think I'd have to say Echo. Yeah. Doc, been working all day, couldn't really find out. Gotcha. Yep. Chain Theory, just got back. Is the Brave Latitude 7 speed? Just ordered one because I needed a more straight Explorer. Yes, it is, and it is a really good disc. So some of the newer lines have been a little too flippy for my preference, but if it does fly like the 7.6 -1.2, it is such a good flight. It's so glidey. It really gets good distance. And my first Brave that I got, that I lost, I was throwing upwards of 360 feet with it, 7 speed. And my 12 speeds were going like 370 feet. The Brave is just so good. It's so good. So I'm really glad that you ordered one. I think it's going to fly really well for you. I think you're going to like it quite a bit. Doc says, Brad will be disappointed in me. Anyway, I ordered 2 judges. Sorry, Warden, you're still my favorite. It's all right. Judge is good. A judge got me my first eagle. Threw in, kicked off a tree from 120, no, 180 maybe, north side, hole 1. So yeah, shout out to the judge. I probably would have continued throwing the judge for a long time, except somebody just picked it up. I left it and went 2 holes ahead, remembered it, went back to get it, gone. No disc golfers were out. Some passerby just picked it up and said, mine. And all I have to say is, judge not lest you be judged. They'll be judged. Doc says, by the way, anyone wanting DD or Lat 64, DD is doing buy 3, get 1 free. Ooh. Ooh. Good to know. Good to know. Good shout out. Thomas says, do you have any particular organization for your discs on your shelf? Yes, great question. So I just changed this up. I go from flippy distance drivers. Well, flippy drivers, I should say. Not distance drivers. Flippy, all the way down to more stable neutral, more overstable, ending with the Vela, the original prototype Vela, I believe. Venom and Calvin Destroyer. Technically, they're not actually necessarily more overstable than like the Splice, but I feel like they fly more overstable. So that's my organization, is flippy to overstable, and then I switch to mids, flippy. I don't know why the Sonic is here. Flippy to overstable, with the off balance coming in most overstable, and the Troya and Justice. And then I have myself a couple of kind of signed discs here, and then kind of either sentimental or cool non-throwing discs down here. So here and over I don't throw. They're all kind of keepsake. I know I keep going back and forth. But I have my MPO signature disc here. I lost my FPO signature disc. Have to restart that one. But I have that here. And then I have a bunch of cool discs. Rocket League Force, one of the coolest. Shout out Brent for giving that to me. Got my, it's hard to see, but it's a Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warrior, or a Hylian Shield Master Sword stamped Buzz. Very cool. My first putter, stuff like that. Doc says, Lemon Breezy judges don't have them scented in Wardens yet. Huh. Eddie MC, your thoughts on the Project Grip Brave just released? Excuse me. Thoughts coming soon. Oh, hello. Oh, patent pit. My thoughts are I'm going to get some real soon here. As soon as we're done, I'm going to text Nolan and say, hey, I want 3 of those Braves, 4. Thank you for saying something. I did not know. I'm very excited now. Oh, man. I have too much editing to do, but I know what my next video is going to be. Chain Theory says, thanks. Graduated from the river since it's so flippy now, so I'm hoping the Brave is the new go-to. Yes, it can be. It depends on which run you get. So if it's the one that I love, you're gonna love it. If it is a little flippier, I'm sorry. 'Cause the Brave is so good, but some of the runs are pretty flippy. 2 for Tuesdays. Interesting. Chain Theory. I own the What a Save Force. The Rocket League collab is so dope. Yes, it is. That's really great. That's awesome. Thomas Harris says, that's cool. I really like Zelda. Heck yeah. I grew up on Ocarina of Time. So it's my one of, if not the favorite video game for me. It's one of the top 5. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I own a manual. I've read it multiple times, and I have played through the game and done everything. Even the things that require a rumble pack, I have done them without a rumble pack because I looked up how to do them and researched how to do them. So I've done it all the gold skulltulas, all of the quests, all of the timed missions, everything that's possible to do, all of the heart pieces, etc. Breath of the Wild blew my mind, also fantastic. Although I quit at 500 Korok seeds out of 900. Brad, buy 3, get 1 Brave free. LOL. Yes. I just have to see if I want to spend my money and do a buy 3, get 1 free, or if I want to spend my merch credit and just get 4. Because merch credit's kind of nice. I don't have to watch it leave my bank account. Gotta name the 4th one Doc, LOL. Oh, that's good. That's funny. The Brave Doc. Let's see. What do I have coming up? I might be playing at Angry Beaver next Sunday. I don't want to. It's 9 a.m. I really don't want to miss church. Funny enough, bringing up church. I actually taught my small group today. I was very excited about it. It went really well. Very, very fun. It was an apologetics lesson about the historical evidence for Jesus' resurrection from the dead, both from secular sources and from the Bible itself, from the New Testament witnesses who saw it. Really, really enjoyed that. Had a great time teaching, and I don't want to turn around and miss next week. So I'm very torn, but it is a 2-round B tier for amateurs, ending at Angry Beaver, and I feel very good about playing Angry Beaver well. I played well in the Charlotte Amateur Championship. I played well in the Charlotte Roar Open when I beat Yuli. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's the course that I play best relative to the field in Charlotte, and I hate to let an Angry Beaver tournament like slide away without actually trying to compete in it. So I'm pretty torn. It's like $55 for 2 rounds. That's not bad. Anyway, that's on my radar. And then in 2 weeks, Chain Reactions tournament at Bailey. Ace Run Central. Chain Theory, can't wait for the Project Grip video. Got the Royal Grand Brave with an Isaac stamp on it. Gonna buy the Project Grip after your video drops. Yes. Did the Isaac stamp... Okay. Is the Isaac stamp the, like the Robin Hood stamp? Because I need that. Or is it... Wait, no, those aren't on Braves. Those are on the peaks. Those are on the peaks. I need that stamp on a Brave, please. Oh, cool. He has one as well with just the hood and the arrows on the sweep. Peak. Grand Orbit. Sweep. Explore. Oh, that's almost cool. Peak, peak, peak. Oh, that's not the stamp that I want. Come on. Please. No. Okay. I'm not seeing the exact stamp that I want, which makes me so sad. I really, really want it. It's just the R with double arrows. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I would buy like 5 of them just to make sure that one of them flies exactly how I want and it would be in the bag. If you don't know about me, I have done a lot of archery in my life. I hunted with a bow in Michigan, grew up hunting, and well, I switched over to bow from guns and really got into archery. I actually have deer. I have a deer head across the room that I killed with a bow, and I have the fragment of arrow that we found inside of it when we cut it up and dressed it. So yeah, and Isaac is one of my favorites. Yes. So I really want that stamp on like every latitude disc so I can pick and choose and just grab that stamp on everything. I just need it to come out on the Brave. Been waiting and hoping, fingers crossed. I had the privilege of meeting Isaac at the Eagles Wings conference a year ago, a year and a half ago now. And he was the most kind, friendly, down to earth professional disc golfer that I've ever interacted with or seen. He sat around a campfire having s'mores with just a bunch of people, just chatting, answering questions, just hanging out. I got to talk to him for like 15 minutes, found out that he kind of has a big family, that his wife, I think, has a big family. Um, I found out about, jeez, I forgot her name, Bethany? Isaac's wife. He told me that they were dating and that they were probably going to get engaged. It was just really cool, and it was so normal. Like he was just such a normal person. Like a kid asked him, "How many tournaments did you win this year?" And he's like, just two. I won two, and it was Champions Cup and Worlds." But that's just the way that he is. He's such an incredible person, and as a Christian, I have so much respect for him, for his poise, for his skill level, and his complete lack of arrogance. He's such a humble person. So Isaac is one of my top favorites. It's hard to beat out Calvin because of his sense of humor. Calvin is so funny in skins matches. It's just he cracks me up. But Isaac is probably number two, almost sharing number one with Calvin in my heart. That's so dope. Met him at the Supreme Flight Open this year. Great guy. He's walking the fairway in my profile pic. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can open it up. It's blurry on my screen, but I can kind of see where you're talking about. That's so cool. That's awesome. Yeah, he's fantastic. Doc said she's so funny in the Lat 64 video with Jonathan. Oh yes, she has a sweet personality. She's really funny. No one corrected me, so I think it's Bethany. I don't remember. Doc says, "OMG, Brad, look at the pink-white sweep. It's sick." I just had it open. Oh yeah, that is sick. If that was just a Brave, really looks nice. Oh, that is a peak. Oh, this white and light blue. Oh, it's so good. Just be a Brave. It's a peak. It's okay. I will own them one day. It's the hood with 2 arrows, yeah. Which I like. I just like it less than the full-on, like, arrow, hood, everything. Could you contact Isaac and ask if he would stamp a Brave for you? Maybe toss him an extra 20. I'd give him $50 to do a one-time stamp. I'd give him 100 to do a one-time stamp on a Brave, because it would be no one else would have one, and I would have him do 2 so that I could throw one, and if I lose it, I have another one. I would need 2 of them. Robert says, "How many aces do you have?" So I have several first shot real aces. in scored rounds, and then I have a lot of extra shot for fun aces. So I believe I have 7. It's maybe 8 now. I've forgotten, but I believe it is 7 first shot aces. One of them was in a match play event where I won $80 for it. I know it's not that much money, but winning something for an ace is cool. My brother won like $280. So I have that was with a Buzz SS, and then I have, I believe, 26 for fun aces, throwing multiple shots, whether my second or my 140th, because I did that, including a left-handed ace, which was lefty throw number 30 and throw number like 200. I switched to my left hand because I was getting a blister on my right index finger, and switched to lefty and then got the ace. So I've had a few times where I have just stayed till I ace and just sat there and made it happen. But I also have a fair amount of first shot aces. I aced Jonesville hole 4 with my katana. I aced Old Blair Mill hole 14 with my no, not you. Eclipse Pixel here that was in the bag for a while. Upgraded from the Electron Pixel. I aced first shot with a Terra at Green Gauntlet. I aced with a Keystone a couple of months ago while showing a friend from church disc golf for the first time, and I aced with him, and it was this electric moment. It was like, what? And then I said the Buzz SS ace, and then I have at least one more that I'm not placing right now. Oh, another Keystone. Turnover shot, north side hole 2. Anyway, yeah, so I have a few aces, but way more practice aces for fun than legitimate aces. Chain Theory. Just looked up the gold Bullseye Explorer with the Isaac stamp, and OMG, about to order it. Explorer is my workhorse. Heck yeah, dude. All those stamps are really, really cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Robert says, I'm at 42.2. Oh, I'm at 42, second in an ace race to win it. There you go. Where is that? Where's that ace race? I know another round does ace races around Charlotte. Doc says, Brad, they will custom stamp a disc for you at DD, but you must have owner's permission. I'm just saying it could happen. There you go. Chain Theory, 2 years in and still hunting first ace, play way too many long courses. That's fair enough. My first ace was 224 feet, something like that. You know, it's long enough, but it's not that hard of a hole to get to. Doc says, there are a lot of us, don't let it bug you. Chain Theory says, did you say Green Gauntlet like Eustis, Florida? I played it 3 to 4 times. It's amazing. Yes. It was the hole after the double stack basket. I played short pad to long basket blind through my Terra, and it just disappeared. And then we just heard chains, and we were like, what? What? And we go up, and my Terra's in the basket. So that was really cool. I think that's my only 100% blind ace that I just through and then ace. That was really cool. So yeah, that was Green Gauntlet. Great course. Robert says, it was at Olympus last year for your ace race. Chain Theory says, I appreciate it, Doc. It's hard to ace. Maybe one day it will happen. It'll happen, man. It'll happen. Coming soon. Okay, there's an Olympus ace race. Interesting. I didn't know they were doing ace races. Doc says, Chain, Brad bribes the trees so his don't count anyway. Wow. I'm telling you, trees don't accept cash as a bribe. They're personally offended by the offering. Chain says, that elevated basket shot, that's insane. It was the hole after that. Oh, wait. Yes, no, it is elevated. I think it is elevated. I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's been so long. It's the hole after the double stack, but it's the basket further left. Yeah, whatever. It was blind. Hole 8? Oh, no. It's been so long. Doc says, by the way, people, mark your discs and disc retrievers. Somehow I lost my disc retriever. Interesting. The only disc retriever I lost was to airport security. Still mad about that. I also blamed my brother-in-law for a week until I figured it wasn't him. And searched my entire house twice. Chain Theory, the elevated basket, that's such a great ace. Have you played Champions Point? That's my home course and favorite of all time. I have played Champions Point only once, but I played it under par playing blind from the middle layout. I can't remember what I played. Fun. I wish I could have gone back and filmed. I don't know if I filmed a single shot out there. Maybe I filmed a couple of holes. That was like 2 years ago. Yeah. I played a lot of Florida's good courses that are kind of between Jacksonville, Orlando, and Gainesville. I played most of the like good courses in that triangle. I played Johnny McRae's home course in Tampa, got a lesson from him. That was really, really cool. That course was a lot of fun. I would have played there over and over again. That was great. Let's see. I did get to play Olympus from the FPO layout after the chess.com open last year for a fundraiser. Trinity, Moccasin Creek, Four Palms, of course, and then Jonesville North Side. Yeah, made my way around Florida a little bit. Robert says the course that Macbeth owns in Brooksville where they play the Supreme Flight. Yes, Olympus. Yep. Previously known as chess.com and chess.com Invitational? Chess.com, whatever. Lost it finding a brother's disc. The thorns just were tearing my hands. Gave up searching for it. Ouch. Robert, skip ace on hole 1 at Champions Point. That's a fun one. I don't know. I don't remember if I hit metal, but I know I had a fun shot get close to that ace. I threw just a handful. That's a fun hole. Heck yeah. On the bright side, he got his disc back. Also, a Leopard 3 found out it's his first year playing. There you go. Doc says, dang, Robert, maybe we need Robert Time Disc Golf Podcast instead. Not rude at all. Rolo says, what's your favorite fairway in the bag? Easy answer, it's the Brave. The Brave is fantastic. Little hyzer, that thing is just dead straight down the fairway. You throw it flat, just going to drift right for most of the flight. You give enough speed, it's never going to fade. It's just going to keep turning. Such a good disc. Brave is one of my go-tos in Charlotte for both hitting the line and getting good distance while throwing through the woods. So it's just perfect for it. So Brave all the way. FD1 is another great one for that good stability, gentle fade to it. FD1 is fantastic. Yeah, top 2 fairways for sure, but Brave wins it by a mile. Chain Theory played Olympus 2 months ago, 95 degrees, ended up almost passing out. Had 2 birdies on the FPO layout, and that was a huge accomplishment. Heck yeah, it is. I played almost great on the FPO layout. Hole 17 wrecked me. I still think it's a stupid hole. I think it's poorly designed and poorly described. So if you haven't actually walked the entire hole, you don't understand where the basket is, what the angles are, if there's a Mando, because there was supposedly a Mando, but we couldn't figure out which tree it was while we were trying to play. So my least favorite hole, hole 17. But I got the short basket, iconic across the pit, across the like canyon. I actually didn't make it, but I hit a 30-footer up and over the ledge. That was really cool. And Ellie Mittling was hanging out on the card for about the first 8 holes. And so I got to hit that putt in front of a pro. That was pretty cool. Fun course. 2 birdies on the FPO layout is an accomplishment. That is correct. Rolo says, heck yeah, man, never thrown a Brave, but I'll check it out. Yeah, it's my go-to. The River is similar, a little bit flippier, I think, usually. But yeah, Brave is fantastic. I think my my longest ace is with a Brave, and that was Sawmill, the island hole from the longs. That was incredible, and even had a friend catch it on camera. Oh man, was that amazing! And that was like the third day of having the Brave in the bag, and I'd only thrown it like 4 or 5 times. And when that went in, I said the Brave's in the bag. It's never gone out of the bag, except for when I lost it and had to buy more. Other than that, Chain Theory says, pretty sure it's the forehand blind shot, right? 17? Yes. Lost my favorite. DD Vandal, never got a call. Hate that hole, dude. Nice. That's one of my birdies too. Parked it with a Luna. That disc is a cheat code. Yeah, I went Echo, and I think I underthrew it because I didn't, like, I knew the Echo was enough to get past it. And I think I underthrew it and threw it too low. I like the idea of the Luna for a little more speed control. I think with the Echo, it was either go past it or go short. It's kind of hard to only get to the basket and stay next to it because it's like 280 uphill or whatever. It's like a weird little distance where it's like you rip on it and it's kind of gone. You don't quite get it enough, you have a tough putt to hit. But Luna's the way to go on that shot. Doc says at Rolo, how do you feel about the end of a Rolo and the Rolo candy as well? Hey, Disrespect tuning in after I just filmed a round. Already shouted you out. Upcoming cameo with Disrespect coming soon. And Disrespect and I traded discs to be given away on each other's channel. Videos will be upcoming, and we will have a front nine, back nine, best shot doubles, where each of us will give a disc away, and depending on, spoiler free, whether or not we reached our goal of 11 down, there could be an additional disc added to the giveaway. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. And Cam, thanks for hopping in and joining us. Thankfully, done traveling and finally safe. Disrespect just went like 6 different states and 9 different courses in 3.5 days or something like that. Pretty unreal. Or 4.5 days. Chain Theory loves Disrespect. So dope that he's here. Hey! 2 great creators. So we tried to collaborate a year ago. And then somebody went to a different country. Not me. And then somebody moved to a different state. That was me. So finally we got something on camera after a year. So we've been trying for a while to get together. Finally made it happen. So that's really cool. And Chain, it's awesome that you're here and have watched both. That's really awesome. Disrespect says, that's a great mold. You want your hands on it, guys. Yeah, this is it's the metal flake. I'm being quizzed. I don't remember. Oh, it's Goliath. What did you say this was? I don't remember. He told me, and I just totally am blanking. And I don't know if they put it on their disc underside or not. I don't feel it on the tooling. All right, you need to tell me what the redemption. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down. The redemption. Rolo, I get that from my buddies all the time. I gotta give it a throw right now. Just bust on a really old hatchet for my rollers. Lost my Roadrunner, unfortunately. That's a pain. I lost a Roadrunner too. Hatchet's a great roller though. That's a really good choice. That's really awesome. It's on the disc. Okay. I'm just totally missing it. Oh, Goliath Discs Redemption. I didn't see it because it's all like right there in one spot. I thought Goliath Discs would be separate from the actual name of the disc. So it's good to know. I was staring straight at it and didn't notice. That's awesome. Redemption. I'm going to throw it once just to see what it does. Doc, Rolo got an old 120G Rolo, fun in the wind, but Hatchet is great. Love West Side. Ever tried an air warship? I think I've thrown an air warship. They're nice. They fly. They glide. They just zip out of the hand a little bit. They're nice. Yeah, so another shout out to Cam for... He didn't make the trip for me, but squeezing in around to be able to film together in the trip, making it happen, driving all sorts of over the place, and posting full-length edited videos in the middle of the trip. It's not something that I could do. Not something that I would do. Heck, I still have videos from Michigan that I haven't posted yet. So, there you go. Now you know. It was a lot of fun. Brad, you never tried an air warship, you would know. Maybe a regular warship. I don't know. It's VIP something. I threw it. It was fine. It wasn't an echo. I guess it's fighting words, but it's a good disc. Where'd my water go? Oh, it's below my leg. Ooh, thirsty. Doc says, my echo is now my water sacrificial disc. JK. Did almost lose her though. Dang. Have you thrown the Latitude 64 sweep? Thinking of getting one. I am so... No. They're right here. I keep putting them in the car. I keep taking them with me. And I have not thrown them yet. And they look so good. I've been busy. I've been all over the place. Editing, filming, collaborating, editing, videos failing to upload after 17 hours straight of uploading and having to re-export and upload it again in the correct file format. You name it, it's happened. Haven't gotten around to the sweep. Yeah. I will try to throw it Tuesday and let you know how it flies. Isaac loves it though, so I think it's going to be really nice. Rolo, hoping to get around in here in Raleigh before I leave, but this dang weather is gross. It's not too bad in Charlotte. I think we got a little bit lucky. It was projected rain. That's a bummer. Disc Respect says, sweep is nice. Thrown the stock one, but not the new IR ones yet. Super nice. Neutral 9-speed with great grip. Heck yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Negative 0.52. Nice. Doc says, Brad, do you have a post somewhere? What discs you want to throw? What discs I want to throw? The list would be very, very long. Are you saying like post on the like a community post on YouTube of what discs I want to throw? Also, before I forget, I still need to. I feel bad about this. Dujit put in all the work to put together a Birdietime Discord, and I have gone onto it but neglected to actually like look around and promote it. So shout out to that coming very, very soon. Birdietime Discord. So get yourselves prepped to join the Discord. We'll be able to send pictures of our disc collections, ask for advice, post form videos, and ask for feedback for each other. So I'm very excited about some of that potential. It's going to be really great for the community. So coming soon. Coming soon. And thank you, Dujit. Dujit says, never mind. Okay. But yeah, Dujit the legend. As soon as I say that, LOL. Yeah. Just me reading minds out here. Just me knowing what's up. Take your time. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, life's been busy, but we're going to get there. After September, we'll try to send you some Doomsday you said you wanted to try. Yes. And that's probably the perfect timing, is right after September. I'll finally be caught up in everything. Worlds will be done, fully wrapped up. I'll have a birthday, and then, yeah, things will be great. After you field test, you can give away if you want to. That'd be cool. Definitely with Doomsday, I want to keep some unique discs, on hand. But anything I get a multiple of, I'd give away one of them for sure. Absolutely. Steven says, Disc Respect, I like your videos. There you go. We got multiple Disc Respect fans in the chat. That's really cool. We'll be sending you a Bunker Buster. Nice. Is it the WMD that's not PDJ legal? Like it's too glidey or something? I can't remember. I think it's the WMD that's not legal. They don't accept it. It's too good. Is he on YouTube, I'm assuming? Disc Respect, yes. He was just in the chat, and we filmed We'll be giving away discs coming soon, but we collabed on 4th of July. No, it's the Condor. What's the WMD? Am I thinking of... What am I thinking of? Weapon of maximum distance. The WMD is a novelty disc golf disc that is 100% not approved by the PDGA. The rim is an ultra high speed driver. Oh, it's too heavy for a driver of its size. Oh. It's supposed to be a 16 speed. That makes sense. They have, which this is interesting, different discs have different max weight specifications allowed by PDGA to be legal, which is why you can have heavier mid-ranges than you can have drivers a lot of the time. So for its classification and size, it's too heavy. So it's, I don't know if it is like a 180 gram driver or 190 or something, but yeah. Speaking of illegal, DD has some illegal overweight discs on sale. There you go. But DD has everything apparently right now. Trying to get everything given away. Bunker Buster goes up to 200 grams legal. It's just that big. For its size, it can be heavier. That makes sense, because I even think the Makani could be heavier. Didn't happen. Let me see. What is this Makani? Oh, I don't have a weight on it. It actually feels pretty light. I'm not sure. But I know the size is bigger, it can be heavier. Let's not knock a disc down or knock anything over. Yeah, like a Condor. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, let me check in on our poll. Oh, wow. I'm actually pretty surprised. We really didn't shift a whole lot in the poll. So we have 64% voting for Cookout Barbecue as the best 4th of July activity. 21% fireworks, 9% swimming, 6% parade. Interesting. I thought parade might get more votes, but y'all are like me. You don't care about a 4th of July parade. That makes sense. Very interesting. Very interesting. Nice. Brad, you and anyone in chat up on the business side of disc golf, wondering how the tariffs are going? I don't know specifically, but I haven't heard that it's had like a massive impact. I think it's kind of missing the disc golf industry by a fair amount. I just haven't seen anything suggest that it's been an issue. Like, yeah, I haven't heard any rumors about it. I'm not sure. But I'm not really knowledgeable. This is just an assumption for sure. Canada getting hit with 25% from America. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that there's a lot of in-house production right now. So I actually, the only rumor that I have heard is that there is going to be, for like one company or two, there's going to be some shift towards in-house production for cost. But yeah, I go to a Canada disc golf podcast, Doc says. Canada, not a rumor. Yeah, Canada is not a rumor, it's a real place. Doc, how many podcasts do you have per week that you're in? That you're moderating in, or in the comment section, or just watching? Is it 8? It's a lot. It's impressive. You can count my gaming channel as a second one, if you want to, in addition to Birdietime Disc Golf. Because you're there for a significant amount of the time, usually. Daredevil Discs has roots in North Carolina and is getting some love because of tariffs. It's a Canadian one. Oh. Okay. Very interesting. Didn't know that. Very cool. Sorry, I guess I was on top chat instead of live chat. Doesn't look like I missed anything, but it's possible I missed a comment, and I apologize if I did, because it technically might have not prioritized newest comments. Enjoying their walrus. It's a mid but rubber. Interesting. Shane hopping on. What is your max distance? Max distance is about 440 with the wild honey right now on flat ground, no wind. It's not my strength. I think that I have good distance, but I don't think that I have great distance. I don't have pro tour distance. So I still need to kind of hit that extra step up, that next level. Because I think for you to be able to kind of handle pro tour, you need 450 every time. And I have 440 every few throws. Every once in a while, I'll get a hold of it correctly. So, yeah. My normal max is probably like 415 with the wild honey, just kind of throwing multiple times. It's going to get around there. Um, I lean a little more toward consistency, accuracy, putting, and then distance is kind of at the end. I hope I throw far too. Good question. Discord will have soup recipes, right? We can absolutely have a channel for soup recipes, 100%. Shane says, "Nice, dude. Thank you." It's, yeah, it's all like it's a weird comparison game because for me, I'm very happy with it. But there are people that throw so much further and that are so much more successful that if I just compare myself to them, it's like a letdown. But I don't feel like it is. I don't see it that way. Um, but there is a sense to which I compare against the competitive community, and distance is the place that I don't measure up as well as I do in other places. So it is, broadly speaking, a weak point, but I don't think it's personally a bad thing. Yeah. Be like Cat Allen, get a good roller. Yeah. Make a soup channel immediately. Thank you for the reminder. Heck yeah. Dude, that's why you're the best. Under Brent, but way above Brad. Of course. There it is. There it is. Everyone's under Brent. Shane says, heck yeah, bro. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Don't covet each other's distance. What about you, Shane? Are you throwing bombs out there? Putting those 580-foot footers, 80-foot throws down the fairway just to make me ashamed? It's okay. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I accept your superiority. No. Hey, you're honest. That's good. That's good. I have had people who are like, "Oh, what's your max distance?" And I tell them, they're like, "Oh, that's good. Mine's just 550." And I'm like, "Okay, really?" Like, you just wanted to say that, you know? 380 consistently is fantastic. That's really good. That's really good. Can hit 400 on a good day. Yeah. Honestly, that is exactly what I was before I was given the wild honey. Like literally the disc added my distance for me. I don't think I really added distance. It's just the wild honey just flies further for me. So literally 380 consistently, 400 on a good day. That was me before the wild honey was in the bag. It's with the Hades. Hades is a good disc for it. That's nice. That's nice. Doc says, I throw a mean 600. 3 or 4 throws, add them all up, but still. Dude just says, I'll take that, lol. Yeah, Duja throws far. I just throw the wild honey better than Duja does. You know, he's jealous. It's okay. Hades Town is a nice musical. Yes, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Steven says, do you think practicing with the soul will help you with the uplink? Asking for the circuit challenge on Saturday. Great question. Let me check the uplink flight numbers. Ooh, yes, I would say yes. It's not going to be identical, but I think hitting that turnover angle and line is going to be helpful. Maybe if you have an ESP sole, it might fly a little closer to the uplink. Because 5.5, negative 3.5, it's a little faster, but it has a touch of stability to it. But it's going to be pretty similar. It's probably going to fly very similar. First time I hit 400 was with the DX Wrath. It's amazing. Or DX Wraith, I should say, I'm guessing. Because Wrath is MVP. DX Wraith. Dude, DX Wraith 400. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow, did you maybe make the Discord for Brent instead? Happened to suck with the Wild Honey. Yeah. It's too flippy for you. I mean, a negative 2-2 is just a roller disc for Dujit. Maybe for an April Fool's, I'll rename it Brent. Yes, the Discord needs to be named Brent on April Fool's Day only. I absolutely approve of that. Please do that next year. Please do. The Tamed Honey. Okay. That would be funny if they had a tamed honey that was more stable, more overstable. That would be great. Doc coming in with a good idea. Everybody, write it down. I said it. I admitted it on stream. Doc had a good idea. I don't say that every week. Let's put it that way. Convinced it's just the run of disc that you have. It's possible. I mean, because here's the thing. My buddy Sam throws so much further than me, and he picked it up and threw 450, and he hit a hill and didn't get any ground play. He just dead stopped, and I ranged it at 450. First throw. So clearly it can fly well for someone with a big arm. So the fact that yours doesn't just doesn't seem right. Like it seems like something was up with your specific run. I think you're onto something with that. If only you could like throw mine and I could see how it flies for me versus how it flies for you, that would make a world of difference. But it doesn't work when yours is a separate independent disc that could fly completely differently. Chris Austin, best 4th of July celebration is a flex with a morning tea time. Yeah. We already decided that disc golf would have won overwhelmingly in the poll, so we had to disclude it from the poll and just keep Independence Day related specific activities in there. But you're 100% correct. Especially to beat the heat. It was hot this year. I played 2 rounds 4th of July, one of them in the afternoon, about a 4-hour filmed round. Doubles. It was long and hot. Great, but hot. Shane, fastest speed on computer radar was 59.5 miles per hour. Sandals and a hooded sweatshirt on a slipping puzzle floor they had in the back room. That's hilarious. It's always the random, like, you're throwing a DX Wraith 400, you're in sandals throwing 60 miles per hour. That's amazing. That's great. Steven says 33. 33. What? What is the 33 in reference to? Am I missing something? Did I miss a comment? I think I missed a comment. Shane, you misspelled it. That's all good. Oh, 350? Oh, 350? Nice. 350 is a solid max. Doc says, yeah, Dujit, that's what worries me about for my Canadian brothers. Discs, what if one is a bad run and I'll never know? Because if I throw the bad run and never try it again, that's sad. Which is why for disc reviews, I feel like I'm in a pinch if I want to do one by myself, because I can't just go buy 3 discs and do a disc review video. I will just lose so much money. But if I have it given to me or merchandise credit, it's like, okay, now I can get multiples, I can get multiple throws, I can see how they compare, and get an accurate understanding of this disc. Bad run will stand out a lot. Yeah, it's I think you can tell sometimes with a bad run, you'd be like, this isn't right. Like the Strive, the first time I threw the Strive, I was like, this is wrong. This is way too flippy. Way too flippy. It's actually way over here. Despite being a negative 1.3. Not even close. And it's 174 gram. So I threw this drive and I was like, that's wrong. Too flippy. It's not right. But other discs, yeah, it's pretty close to the flight numbers. Maybe it's not a great run, but it's hard to tell. Sometimes it can kind of sneak a little bit. Bad to me might be amazing to someone else. There you go. That's right. Dude just says any disc above 8 speed. Yeah, I think that the faster discs, they'll stand out a little bit more. Yeah. JS played with a buddy today. It was his first time. We played at like the hardest course. LOL. That's great. That's great. How did he like it? Did he have a good time despite it being a really tough course? Because it's a hard call because it's like, do you take somebody to a course that will blow their mind, or do you take them to a course that they can play well at, relatively? It's a tough call if you have both options. I respect it though. Go all in. Doc said that's why I sent you 7 shoes. Even you have to enjoy at least one of them. Yes, and I enjoyed, and they really did fly similarly. The 3 and 3 and the two plastics and the dragon and the other plastic. I can't remember what the other plastic is. It's buried. Uh, they flew in like two separate flight paths, but the threes flew similarly. So that was really nice. Pretty consistent. Gonna have to get one of those wild honeys. People keep talking about them. I mean, I threw it once. Literally, my first throw with the wild honey set my new distance record. Like first throw. It's good. It's good. For another round discs, they give you an option for a hot stamp. Is that just a little stamp next to the main one, or does it replace the main stamp? I don't know. That's a great question. Chris says similar to the fission version of a time lapse. Yes, it's like, oh, this is suddenly very flippy. This is not right. Dude says any disc above 8 speed would be bad for Doc, but good for others. I got you. Got you. Sorry, Doc. You just got run over. Chris says the first time I played, my buddies took me to the 2021 Am Worlds layout. That's amazing. Sorry. Bailey Moore, hey, hopping in. Sup, Bradley? Hope you had a nice fourth. Finally took down my first AM1 tournament this weekend. MA1 tournament this weekend. First tournament ever where putter felt like it couldn't miss. Heck yeah. That's amazing. Congrats. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's how it's done. I just tied for third, so my putter did miss a couple of times. If I couldn't miss with my putter, I would have won by a lot. Put it that way. I was good in C1. It was just like just outside the circle. I was airmailing stuff and feeling stupid. Doc, dude just says, to be fair, Doc, I think 7 shoes were a bit overkill. Yeah, 4 is perfect, but I'll take them. I'll take 7. Yeah, nice job. Nice job, Bailey. That's amazing. Jay says more of a location thing, but yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Doc says, Brad, what plastics have you tried wild honey in? I have only thrown the singular wild honey that was handed to me. And it is the... I don't remember what the plastic is even called. The blue one. I don't know. I don't know. Eddie handed it to me and said, you should throw this. I threw it 440, and he said, it's yours. And I said, thank you. And it's been in the bag ever since. And it's gotten me a lot of birdies. I got, it's not 440, but I got Eastway long hole 12, parked it. So if you've played the longest at Eastway hole 12, I have never been in the circle before, and I parked it Friday for tap and birdie. It's a good disc. It's a really good disc. Clash only has like 1 plastic. Steady plastic, maybe a ring version that's about the same. Interesting. Shane says, phone is about to die. Love your content. I'll keep watching. I'm subbed, bro. Have a good evening. Thanks for joining the conversation. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, go get your phone on a charger. But thanks for hopping on and joining us. Doc says, Dude, 7 for $44 dropped. Looking, they have Planty Steady Ring. Okay. That's only like $6 a disc. Yes. Yeah, $6 a disc. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's almost as cheap as it is to just like ship a disc across the country. Like, for the giveaway discs, it's gonna be like $4.90 to ship a disc across the country, and it costs $6 a piece for them to be sent from Doc to me. Like, cheap. Sounds right for plastics. Jay says, what happened with the river giveaway? River giveaway went to Todd. Todd Disc Golf won the river. It was quite funny. It was a random giveaway, so I ran it last stream a week ago. And yeah, he commented something like, "This is my entry. I expect the river. I expect to be given the river," or something. And so I like put a laughing emoji, and then he won, of course, because why not? So he won the river. I sent it out on Wednesday, and then I ran a for fun giveaway, and Brent won the shoe that I gave away. It's pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Planty plastic is very interesting, and yeah, included shipping. That's crazy. Premium plastic, bioplastic. What is that? The shoes were in premium plastic. I don't know about the planty or anything. Only one shoe. Yep. Only one shoe. I kept the other 5 for myself. Well, 6. The other 6 shoes for myself. 3 pairs. Yeah, Doc sent me a shoe box. It was nice to open. But yes, more shoe giveaways coming soon. I've partially filmed for a disc review of the shoes, but I have so many videos that I've been working on. It will be a little while before it's out. Thought you meant half a pair of shoes. LOL. Yep. It's kind of been a little bit of a running joke because I think, yeah, I have the box here. Doc sent me the box with the shoes in it. So I literally opened the shoe box on stream. Yeah. Like, that's diabolical. Brad claims to love wild honey, but don't even know the plastics that she comes in. Shame. Hey, I don't have to have all of the statistics to know that thing goes far. And I get birdies with it, so I love the wild honey. Changed my mind. Can't change my mind. It's an amazing disc. I thought I lost it and I was very sad. But thankfully my brother found it. So I got it back. Yeah. I think you can love something without knowing everything about it, without knowing all of its statistics. And you just love it more the more you learn. Yeah. Kevin says he's a stud with the wild honey. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for hopping on and joining. The honey is such a good disc. It's such a good disc. It leveled up my distance game, which is my weak point. So, fantastic disc. If I lose it, I will immediately get another one. Planty plastic is a bit cheaper than regular steady plastic, by the way. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. That's funny. Kevin hopping in. Kevin, are you free this week? Are we playing this week? Yeah? Got to get around in Wednesday? Maybe? Be a lot of fun. Need to send Brad a box of Innova Dragons. How does a beat-up Star Wraith compare to the Honey? Wraith is slower. The Honey, just the speed and glide, it just zips out of the hand. The Star Wraith, it just doesn't go. Like, it's good, it doesn't just go. I threw my buddy Blaze's beat-up Star Wraith, I think it was Star, Garrett Girthy signed Wraith. It got a nice birdie on a 350-foot hole with it, and the Wild Honey would have carried. It would have just kept going, because it's just that type of flight path. It just really carries itself far. So, yeah, it's just something about it. I don't know exactly what it is. It just zips out of the hand. It's just one of those discs. Just one of those discs. But a beat-up Star Wraith is really nice. Kevin, can't Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday. Okay, I think I can make Thursday happen. Probably not Friday, because I'm considering playing a 2-day, 2-day tournament. But Thursday, probably. We'll make it happen. It'll be great. Sweet. Yep. Man, I'm already, slightly tired. Well, I didn't sleep great last night, so that's probably part of it. Kevin, I hope you win, man. Hey, shout out to Kevin. Kevin challenged me to a scrapyard round where he played on a team with one of his buddies, and between them, they took their best score on each hole against my total round score. So if one of them bogeyed, one of them birdied, they got a birdie. And if I bogeyed, I bogeyed. And we tied at 8 down, and they beat me in the playoff. So shout out to Kevin, and gosh, forgot his name. It's not Larry. Grant. I've met too many new people in the last week. But anyway, shout out to the team for taking me down. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. HM Dippin' Sauce. I use Valkyries. Valkyrie's so good. In the bag for a long time. I lost my Valkyrie. That was absolutely perfect. I got a replacement. Doesn't fly anything like it. So unfortunately, I just I use my Brave now for the slot the Valkyrie was in, and it does work great. But it was nice to have the Brave and the Valkyrie. And now I just kind of make the Brave do everything, it's a workhorse. But Valkyrie is a good disc, man. Good choice. $10 under the another round free shipping threshold. Oh, dang. JS used a DX Valk today, and it was a sick shot. There you go. I like it because I like the DX, or I like the champion flight if it's really beaten in, but not like out of the box. So the DX would be more like that beaten in champion flight. Kevin says all these people don't know how diabolical Brad is with the soul. He can dime on the fairway. Grady. Okay, I was thinking Grant or Larry. Grady is in between. So I'm kind of proud of that. At least I was close. Soul flies pretty well for me. It's the disc. It got me a couple of nice birdies at Wing It too. So, Soul, good disc. Very good disc. Doc says, HM, have you tried lightweight Valk? Dime on the fairway, yes. Ron John, no, I'm not on any SSRIs. Thank you for asking him. I'm really touched that you're concerned about my well-being and my mental health. So thank you for reaching out. But no, we're good. HM, 168 lightest I have. Okay, a little bit lightweight. Yeah, the lightweight DX Valks, dude. They're fun, but they're a little hard to control sometimes. You get a little extra rip on it, and it just keeps turning forever. I have a lightweight Valk in the car to give to a new player that I run into, just kind of anyone. But I played around with it, and it just gets away from you. You throw it hyzer, and you're like, there we go. Oh no, it's still turning. It's great. Jay says, yes, a lot of hyzer and fan grip, but DX is still great. Yeah, if it hits the line, it's great. Ron John, the answer is just going to be no. I take seasonal allergy meds. That's it. The answer is no. The answer is no. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do weed. No Adderall, no SSRIs, nothing. Just, what is it? Nasal spray. What is that? Nasacort for seasonal allergies, which are terrible. That's how he dials in his soul lines. HM Halo Valks 14 right now on the factory second. Ooh. Steven says, forgive me for being lost. What does the shoe mean? The shoe, if you're talking about the disc, the shoe. Disc review coming soon. That was stupid. But yeah, Doc sent me all of the shoes to do some review. I got some good footage with them, and actually got a lot of birdie of the days with them, which is really nice. At Scrapyard, they're very, very, very similar to the thing Stingray. Just blanked for a second. It's a disc Doc worships. Basically, yes. Doc says that Kevin, for 2 innovative dragons, while you distract Brad, I'll snatch his souls till after the round. All right, as long as we don't play Scrapyard. If we play or Wing It, because I need the soul at Scrapyard and Wing It. Other courses, I think I can make it work with other discs. I can do I can do Keystone, Echo, Warden. I'll make the flight path happen. It's just not going to be as beautiful. Yakun Shoe, really nice low mid-range. Thought they were calling all discs shoes. No, very specific. Yep. Keep slinging them shoes. Yeah, it's a very specific disc. And it flies well. It flies well. Mark Andre, any tips on distance? I'm a beginner, 2 months. Played my first pro course today. I think my max is like 200. Great question. So I would say, yeah, for you, if you're pushing 200, I would say keep a little bit of a slower disc. Don't do a distance driver. Do something like a Brave, a 7-speed with a lot of glide, or a River, something that's kind of neutral to a little understable, or stick with like a 5 or a 6-speed. So don't try to throw something that's a speed beyond your arm speed, if that makes sense. So like a 12-speed, you don't have a 12-speed arm yet. So you want to throw a 6-speed because you have a 6-speed arm. And then you're going to want to make sure your grip is good. So if you're going to be, my mistake was when I started out, I was holding discs like this. So you need those fingers on the rim, whether it's fan grip or power grip, or power, whatever your power grip is. You need that finger hooked on the rim so when that disc leaves your hand, it slings out of your hand instead of falling out of your hand. And then foot placement. When you're standing still or running up, on your tee pad facing your target, you don't want your feet in a straight line. You want your lead foot for a backhand right hand, your right foot, your plant foot, to be off to the left in front of you, opening up a gap between the heel of your right foot and the toe of your left foot, your back foot, so that there's a line in between. That opens up your hips and your arms. So instead of throwing with your chest in the way, you throw with your shoulders open, allowing you to swing and get a lot more power a lot more easily. Also, follow through, which basically means let the left side of your body move around. Don't throw and stop yourself. It's going to hurt and you're not going to get as much power. Spin and let your left side come around across your body. Yeah. That's like 5 tips in one. So I hope they help. But yeah, just keep practicing, just keep throwing. Picking discs that fly well for you will make a big difference. But making sure your grip is good, making sure your footing is good, and then it's going to be a lot of just fine tuning for a long time, trying to get your timing better, trying to get your spin rate better, your speed better. Yeah. But glad you've been playing for a couple months and hope you're really enjoying it. A buddy of mine just recommended me to you. Awesome. Who? I don't know if I know them, but that's so great. That's awesome. Thanks for hopping on and joining us. Kevin says, beautiful flight path. I think the Soul is what you're talking about. And it flies that way for anybody. It's a beautiful disc. Doc says, for distance, grab a Leopard 3. Kevin says, what's arm speed backhand, Brad, in your opinion? My arm speed, I mean. Probably 9 or 10, I would say. Probably 9 or 10. Oh, look, you said 9 or 10, question mark? I literally did not see that. I did not see that comment. That is really funny. Yeah, 9 or 10. That's really funny. My feeling is you go all the way up to the trail, and the trail's going to fly great. But beyond that, you can get a good flight, but I don't think you're getting the full flight. That's my opinion. Doc says, let me introduce you to the Tianak. Right now, 5 are $25. Dang. Bailey says, what speed for beginning? I would say 5 speed and slower for beginning. Learn on some flippy to neutral mid-ranges like the Soul, the Comet, the Uplink, some discs that are going to drift right. Or that can drift right so that maybe you can throw them straight, and eventually when they start drifting right, you can start throwing faster discs. Then some putters like maybe Keystones or Warden Judge, anything that's not overstable, so that you actually get a good amount of distance out of it. So keep the speed slow at first. Once you're throwing a putter like 180 to 200 feet, you're throwing putters well, and it's time to throw mids and fairways probably. Yeah. Orange says, "Oh, 5 speed. Does that mean I shouldn't be whipping out my Valkyrie when I've been barely playing a year? My genius is great." Uh, sort of. If you have like a DX Valkyrie, actually, it's like one of the discs that it'll fly despite having a lower arm speed. It'll fly great. If it's like a new champion Valkyrie, you're probably not actually getting the flight out of it. But yeah, if it's a DX or a lightweight Valkyrie, it's all right. It's gonna actually fly pretty well because it is understable, and 9 speed isn't insanely fast, and you can get something good out of it. You can get a good flight out of it. But yeah, keeping it low is good. Mark says, interesting, have a 9 speed distance driver, fairway is 6 speed. I do the footwork you're talking about, but release point is tough. Seems like I release a little early going for 10 o'clock. Okay. This is something that I was actually observing with Kevin. It's impossible for me to say without being able to watch you throw. So if you really want tips on your form specifically, like the only way is if you can like record yourself and maybe send me an Instagram DM or something so that I could actually evaluate your form specifically. But the timing of throwing the disc before your body turns is very important. If you're trying to throw and turning your body at the same time, your release window gets all out of whack. And if you're trying to arm it only and throw before really engaging your hips and the rest of your body, you're going to be lacking distance. So it really is this moment where, as you're kind of coming through, your body is engaged and it speeds the disc up, but your body is not at the same time spinning through with your disc. It's after. So the disc goes and then your body comes through. But your body, I don't know, it's a little bit hard to explain the timing. So I don't know if that's helpful at all, but it is kind of in between timing where you're beginning to engage your hips and your shoulders in your throw, but you're not really turning until the disc is out of hand. Yeah, like I said, I'd have to see your form specifically to give you any better advice. But I hope it helps for thinking through things. Yeah, releasing early. Yeah, maybe you're going too much arm and releasing early. Hey, Justin number 2 is here. Thanks for helping out, man. On your trip to Junior Worlds right now. Heck yeah. And good luck, by the way. Coming up in a week and a half? Is it the end of this week or next week? I can't remember. I looked it up and forgot. Doc says, Brad reminds me, gotta get you some divergent discs. They're decent, but you hit a tree, the sound. Oh boy, that scares me a little bit. That's a leopard, pretty much good sounding disc. Oh, the Signal is your 6 speed. Yeah, Signal is nice. That's a good choice. 6.5, -3.1, I think is about the perfect choice for going for a 5 to 7 speed. Yep, good choice. Bad Disc Golf, just ordered some P2s. So excited. Heck yeah, heck yeah. I love the P2. It doesn't make the bag. The Warden is always in the bag, but have had great success putting with the P2. Great disc. Good choice. Orange says, oh, could I send you my form and you could see what's going wrong? I seem to have a problem with my discs going really high and then stopping me falling to the ground. Yes, throwing nose up. Sure. So I'll never guarantee anything except for trying. So yeah, if you can find me on Instagram, just birdietime disc golf. That's probably the best way. Facebook works as well, birdietime or Bradley Hendrick. You'll find me there. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way for getting the footage across in decent quality, because otherwise it's hard to like send things online. It gets compressed and it looks terrible. So those are probably the ways to go. But yeah, I can take a look. Yep, I can take a look. I've done it a few times. Young Smack, are you disc geeked? That's not my name, but I guess it's my personality. Sure. Justin number 2 says, Brad, what place do you think I'm going to get? I don't know how deep the field is. So I literally looked up the tournament, and because I was like, oh, he's headed to Junior Worlds. When is that? And I literally looked it up, and then I didn't like read through anything because I had to go do something. So the tab is open on my phone. I have 65 tabs open at the same time on my phone. So it's one of those, but I didn't actually scroll through. So what do you? How many people are playing? Is it like a full field of like 144? Like what do you have going on? Try the pouring a straight line of coffee thing, but feel like it's still going up. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a thing where I'm going to probably need to be able to kind of freeze frame a few frames and see what's going on with your hand and wrist as you're getting rid of the disc. As it's leaving your hand, I'll kind of have to see like what your grip angle is, what your wrist angle is. Yeah, so it'll have to be an evaluation for sure. Sometimes it's just a mental thing where your body just doesn't know. And like you said, the coffee thing, some people that clicks and it works. And for other people, it's something else where they get their mind thinking correctly and their body's like, oh, like that, and it works. Doc says first place. Ooh, first place would be incredible. There's some insane, like unbelievable junior players. Next week, start playing. Okay. So, oh, right, because World, so it's going to be like Monday to Friday next week or Tuesday to Friday next week. I'm catching up now. I'm starting to. And good luck, by the way. You're going to do great. Does the P2 smell like a lemon? Good question, Doc. Steven says hip engagement is crucial for avoiding early releases. Yeah. Mark says, no, I get it. There's a lot of things that need to happen right in like a half-second window. Very true. Very true. Doc says, yeah, Mark, if you can find a league, those guys can help you a lot. Brad, Justin's a fan, and a mod, just say top 5 or something nice. Around 120. Okay, so 120. Yeah, I was going to say top 10, so I'll say 8th. I'll say 8th place. And I think that would be amazing. There are some fantastic players out there still. I know of 4 junior players who are good enough to get top 10. In addition to you, I know of 4 other players that will be playing Junior Worlds who could get top 10. Grayson Snyder. How do you say his name? Whatever. Grayson Snyder could win. If he goes off, he could win. There's a disc shop near one of my local courses. Owner is super helpful, or else he'd be super lost. Super hopeful or helpful? Super helpful, or I'd be super lost. Okay, I read it right this time. Got it. Appreciate any help I can get. Want to get better. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'll definitely, if you're able to send a video, I can definitely take a look in the next couple of days, for sure. Kevin says, Brad, I have an idea for a perfect video. How long it takes you to ace every hole at Mint Hill Park. 9 holes. Million views easy. Heck yeah. I started to do acing every hole at Blair Mill. Then they renovated it. They took out all of the fun ace holes. Like all the fun, cool, aceable par 4s. Gone. Now it's a controversial opinion. I don't know. It's a boring 12-hole course instead of a fun 18-hole course. I said it and I don't take it back. Orange just followed you on Instagram. Yes. You broke my 1, 2, 3, 4 followers. I noticed I had that today. That's funny. Mark says, feel like my forehand is more reliable than my backhand, so definitely got to work on that. That's good. That's good. Forehand is where I don't have advice. So I can take a look, but it's, yeah. Backhand, I know what I'm talking about. Forehand, I don't. I'm still trying to figure it out. Doc likes Kevin's idea. Yeah, I haven't played Mint Hill, so I like it. Yeah. Mark got nothing for forehand. Sorry, mine is sad. Rollo says, have you done any coaching or received any coaching so far? What do you recommend for people looking to take it more seriously? I've done moderate coaching. I've done a lot of like play with someone and kind of watch them and give them advice. I haven't charged anyone for coaching yet. Um, Maybe eventually I can do that. But anyway, uh, yes. So I think that I'm able to evaluate newer players and help them get to the next level for sure. But if you're almost as good as me, there's probably nothing I can do for you. Like maybe notice a few bad habits, but I don't think I can like get somebody to be way better than me. I think that's up to them. But yes, I've gotten a lesson from Johnny McRae. Was very, very, very helpful and really, really insightful into some of the things I was doing. And I've kept in touch a little bit with him playing the Chainhawk Open every year. I've been able to chat with him. And I won MA1 last year and was able to tell him thank you for the coaching. I used a turbo putt in the tournament to save a par. It was a really like sweet time to just kind of be grateful for him, and he was just really happy for me. He's just a great person. So yeah, I've gotten some coaching, I've done some, and yeah, anything that you're looking for help, I can dabble in it and do my best to pitch in. As far as recommendations, I would say you want to go kind of in the middle. You don't need to get top 10 pro tour coaching, but John McRae was perfect because he doesn't throw 550-foot bombs, but he can throw well over 400 feet. So clearly he knows mechanically what to do. So if you can find that pro but not top 10 pro tour pro kind of area, maybe even someone slightly older who has more experience, even if they can't throw as far. I think that's the best way to do a lesson because it's not going to cost as much, but it's going to be probably more suited for you for coaching. If you're very early, I don't recommend coaching. I don't think I would have gotten as much if I had gotten coaching in my first year, but after 2 years playing, it was perfect timing to help me jump further into MA1. So maybe if you're playing somewhat competitive in MA2, that's great time for like a pro coach. Before that, I would say get someone you know is good, a local league member or someone at your local course or club that you know is good, and just ask them for help. Get it for free. Yeah, that's my advice. Great question. Great question. And Doc says, buy all the discs and change your bag out weekly. Also great advice. Mark says, I mean, my forehand is good, but I want to over rely on it. It becomes a handicap. Well, it's good to have something that's a strength, of course. But yeah, building both is good. But honestly, I play 97% backhand. And you can do it. You can do mostly forehand like Sullivan Tipton. Can absolutely work. But getting both is helpful. All right, Justin is playing Idlewild tomorrow. Very excited. Heck yeah, dude. You're going to have a great time. That's amazing. You're going to have a great time. The doc says, good attitude, Mark. My generation was more one or the other. The recent generation is more do both. Orange says, oh no, I'll go unfollow. Yes, get it back to 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you help him get to 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh my gosh. Oh, that'd be cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. I will say I don't really dive in on Instagram. It's 90% YouTube, 10% is split between Instagram and TikTok. Maybe 10%, maybe 5. Jackson's Rough says, do you know who Matt Thompson is? 1,000 rated from NC. I think he got 14th at Idlewild a few years ago. Do I know Matt Thompson? The name does sound familiar, but I know I know a lot of Matts and I know a lot of Thomases and Thompsons, so I might just be combining the ideas of these different people into one. I don't know. I think I've seen him play. Yeah, but I don't know him personally. We're not buddies, but that's really cool. It's me says do a flip. There you go. There's a flip. One of my best. Dujit, can I use more than one discount code on Infinite, or is it just one per order? I would say just one. They usually just like to do one. Try to use the 10% with 4th of July 15%, and the 4th of July one didn't work. Cancel each other out, that's sad. Before you buy from Infinite, try their other store, Discount Disc Golf Store. There you go. Steven, definitely going to buy that sweep. The pink one looks nice. Yes, do it. It looks really good. It looks really good. Let me look at it again. Yeah, that pink looks really cool. It reminds me of the Calvin Destroyers, but throwable and a better stamp, in my opinion. It's their other store, different website. Can't pick individual discs, but really good savings. Nice, nice. All right, let's see. What have I gotten to? Oh my gosh, it hasn't even been 3 hours yet. It feels like it's been 3.5 hours. Went to it, and the first one there was a $4 narwhal. That's really good. Doc likes the narwhal. Yeah, that's good advice. Take a look around. Let me know, Dujit, if it's actually like a good place to shop, or if it's just Doc. It's a divergent disc, and I'm like, my hip is stiff. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. Oh, I just realized that I've been running like an air purifier this whole time. I hope you haven't been able to hear it and been bothered by it. It's just been background noise because it keeps my allergies from being atrocious. Very used to it. It's so quiet in here. Wow. I feel weird about this now. I feel like I've been yelling at you for 2.5 hours. And you guys just took it and didn't say anything. You guys are great. Also, I am uncomfortable. Ugh. It's I have the bigger laptop for monitoring the stream because it actually doesn't freeze and die when I spin a wheel. It's in my way, so I can't actually like shift. Too quiet, turn it back on. That's so good. Anyway, it's just in my way. Just getting stiff. Like 4 hours into a car trip, and you're like, oh, do I just stop just so I can stand up for a few minutes? Black Zombie Shotgun Disc. Interesting. Mark says, yeah, I'll give you a follow on Instagram, see if I can hit the course at some point and send something from my backhand. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It'll only take me a day or maybe like 2 or 3 days to get back with you, just because I don't know, what day you'll send it to me. So I can't guarantee I'll have any time that day or the next day. And I know you understand. So, but I'm just saying, it'll just take a few days, potentially to kind of get some advice back to you. When you have time, check out Black Zombie brand discs. I got nothing but time. Ooh, glow. Cool. A little creepy, but very cool design. The chainsaw, what? Okay, they have some cool discs. They have some cool stamps. That's $50 for a disc. Okay. There you go. There's some $15 to $20 discs. Very cool. Very unique. Very, very interesting. Nice. Good shout out. That's twice, man. That's twice, Doc. You're doing good today. Looked, and the selection definitely isn't as good as Infinite. Think I'm going to pay extra to get the disc I want, because 2 of the ones I was going to order weren't there. Okay, that's good. Good advice. Good feedback, Dujit, for me. Appreciate that. But if I have the time, I know I can kind of stroll around and find something that'll be interesting. SM says, what's up, dude? Hope all is good. Hey, thanks for hopping on and joining. All is pretty good. Hanging out, enjoying the tail end of the 4th of July weekend. Hope you were able to get out, have some fun with family or friends, play some disc golf maybe. I got some filming in with Disc Respect Disc Golf. So another quick shout out to an upcoming video and upcoming giveaway. We traded discs with each other, so we will have 2 or 3 discs available in our separate channels for the giveaway. So coming soon, a week or 2. Dude, think I'll go with the Freaky Zone, Buzz SS, and P2X. Maybe a sneaky mystery disc. Hey, sneaky mystery disc made my bag early on. My Infinite Dynasty was a mystery disc. $7. Just showed up at my front porch, and it got in the bag, and it's never left. It's been there the entire time. I can't believe I've never lost it. That thing is green and has taken a lot of rolls and wild skips and bounces. So shout out to wild, to random mystery discs. They can be sneaky good. All right, Steven got the sweep. All right. Doc, what disc was $50? That is the pre-release Deadliest Dubs. Hold on. It might be 2 discs. It's 2 discs. Good shout out. Yeah, I realized that it says a Dubs set, not just a disc, so 2 discs. And they glow. So that's actually pretty nice. Limited release. Very, very cool. Get some lemon scented judges. Oh, Mark, lost your first disc to a pond today. That was fun. Oh, did you? Oh, so you didn't get it back? That's tough. Ponds are gross, usually. Ugh. Gross. Throwing for Good says, that's dope. Heck yeah. SM, that's awesome. Follow him as well. Can't wait for the vids. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We played Renaissance, mixed layout. Fun, but tough course, for sure. Mark says, Doc, have to check that out next time I go to the disc shop. Yeah, Innova Dragons do float, but they don't fly well. For me, for most people. Dude, just reminded that I lost my rare orange glow reactor a couple months ago. Looked and they're worth like $80. Black zombie discs look sick, pun intended. Ha, nice. Was thinking of getting a cherry scented DX Leopard. I feel like 4 different things about that. That's funny. Kevin, got here a little later, so I'm sure you already commented, but how did you do at Wing It? Tied for 3rd, I went 9 down. So I shot my goal, but I chained out of a 16 to 18 foot putt on hole 5. I just got up against a tree, straddled, right side chains, and it just kind of like bounced and fell out. I was like, what? Then ultra sad, I threw a fantastic tee shot on 12 and really like skipped around the corner, and I was like, yes, perfect. I was in a set of like 6 little scrappy trees with a vine coming down, so I couldn't forehand. I had to do patent pending backhand. Didn't get there. Tried to lay up a jump putt, tumbled away, chained out of the C2 par save. So those 2 strokes took me from tied for 1st to tied for 3rd. So slightly unfortunate, little bit of a bummer, but I played a 984 rated round. So a 984 rated, so 23 above my rating. It's good. It's not bad. Yeah, it was good. Almost great. Almost great. Air warships were over $50 if you could find them. Good night. Throwing for Good. Dragons do not fly, they just fall. Mythologically or disc-wise? I think they're trash. I think they're not great. I hate saying it because Doc loves them so much, but there's something. Oh, shit. None of you text me. I just like it's so hard. You can't get your thumb into it at all. I hate it. I hate it. I'm glad that some people like them. At some point, like Doc's gonna keep sending me discs. I'm just gonna like go through, play it again, like once a week, and just grab a dragon or 2 every week, and I'm just gonna send him this massive stack of dragons, and he's gonna cry of happiness. Always make those right side chains. It puzzled me a little bit. It kind of hurt my feelings. I was like, that was weird. Yeah, it was a little bit too bad, but it happens. Doc says, Brad, I really would cry. Yep. Bought some, happy I can use them. There you go. What was the Insta name? It's Birdie Time. So same thing as my YouTube channel, BHIRDIE. Birdie Time Disc Golf or Bradley Hendrick. You'll probably find me that way as well. Although if you find tacos for eating, you've gone too far. I don't even use that Instagram anymore. Doc says, Digit meant to say something about maybe your price will go down like mine, but Dragon Talk distracted me. Mungo says you should try some RPM discs from down here in New Zealand. Kia Piwakawaka. I got this. Kia Piwakawa or Terra Iti are all top class. I have thrown an RPM disc, but I don't think it was any of those. I don't even know what it was. I think it was a base plastic as well. So maybe not the best example of one. But I'm always up for throwing new discs, for sure. Saw those, want to. Love the bird stamps. Oh, Mark, that's the disc I lost to the pond. Dragonfly. It was pink. Super hard plastic. Ooh, sad. Sad. Mungo says close, LOL. So pronunciation was not close. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Not the Prodigy feedback. Doc has been curious about tariffs and asks Mungo, having any issues with U.S. tariffs for discs? Good question. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of a disc. Oh, I have it over here. Reminded me of it. Clumsy. Very clumsy. Almost hurt my MA3 hand painted by Noel Smith, absolute legend, what an artist in Florida, Gainesville, Florida. Would make me very sad. That's probably like I won MA1. I think my MA3 like means more to me. I don't want to destroy it. Anyway, I was gonna say I have a dragonfly. You reminded me of it. The dragonfly. Yeah, just so like it's so light and just flips and drifts like crazy. But I would absolutely lose one of these in the water for sure. But yeah, I do have myself a dragonfly. Maybe Mungo is like, US makes discs since when? I just throw RPM. Throwing for Good says, oh no, yeah, I'm like breaking my own heart here. It looks like it's fine, but in Florida it was too like humid and it was starting to peel up on the corners, and I was like, no. It's been better in Charlotte. Edwin Lima says hi. Thanks for hopping on and joining us. Mungo says RPM very popular in New Zealand. Imported discs are more expensive, but we have not really seen increase yet. Okay. That's great. Yeah. That was kind of my sense, that it wasn't significant enough to make a large difference, but I'm sure it's made an impact of some sort, but I don't know. That was an assumption by me, for sure. For sure. But it's good that there hasn't been a huge difference, for sure. Often buy offshore to get better selection. There you go. The water and the enchilada are fighting it out. Luke, I'm back. Just went and played a 9-hole course. All right. How'd it go? How did it go? I do love that. It's one of my favorite things when we get people in the stream and then they go play a course and come back, or they give us live from the course updates like Todd and Dugit have done, and Luke, other Luke, has done. I love it. It's so great. It's just like we're hanging out talking disc golf, and then you just go play and love it. And if I'm on the stream long enough, you come back and tell me how you did. Got a triple bogey. Oh, it's okay. I got a triple bogey very recently. Let's see which triple bogey was. I'm trying to think. It might have been at Toboggan, hole 18. My last hole of the tournament was a triple bogey. Uh, oh, this is good. Luke says, I got a triple bogey. I did the tips you gave me. So now I feel responsible. Did they help? Did you find anything that was a benefit? What's on the racks, the colorful stuff? These are all disc golf discs. So this is a Lone Star Growler, I believe. A flippy distance driver that goes pretty far. This is a Calvin stamped Innova Destroyer. Super overstable, does not go very far for me. I have discs that are signed by professional players. I have, excuse me, discs that have really cool stamps that I have collected and that I'm not going to throw. This one's a Rocket League stamped Force, one of my newer favorite stamps that I added to the collection. But all of these discs have a little bit of a different flight path. Some of them will go like really straight, some will go to the right and then come back, some will go to the right and never come back. Some of them will only go to the left. And the way that they are shaped impacts what happens when they hit the ground, if they slide or if they skip and keep going. So each of these discs has a unique purpose and reason that you might throw it, whether it leaves your hand well or just hits the fairway right. And so, yeah, I have about 22 that I keep in a bag and I take on the disc golf course with me. And I usually use 10 to 12 of them every round. Maybe 15 of my discs in a round is using a lot of them. But you always got to be prepared just in case. Luke says they helped. Yes. Just keep trying. You got this, man. Hit 3 trees on one hole and got my triple bogey. Okay. That totally happens. Yeah. Found 2 discs, but the guy came back and got them. That's good that you were able to help him. Like Doc says, you can help him out. Always a bummer when you're like, yeah, I found a disc, and the guy just came back to take it. It's good to give it back, though. That's good. Brad has a way of bribing trees so they don't count when he throws. Whatever. Doc says, Brad, I'm dumb. Googled, Canada is the one with the tariff, 25% on US. Okay. That would impact or not impact prices then. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Edwin says, wow. Yep. I have a lot because I play in a lot of tournaments. And people give them to me and I collect them. So I have a lot of them. You're about to leave? Well, I'm glad he got his discs back. I'm glad he got the discs back. A lot? I mean, I don't know about that. All right, Doc, always trying to make me feel inferior for my disc golf collection. So cruel, so hateful, so rude. It's okay. My brother has a collection 4 times mine, so I have no illusions that it's some type of competitive collection in the grand scheme of things. But for most people, it's a lot of discs. Terry Miller has a collection. Yeah, he would. He has filmed probably more rounds of disc golf than I have discs. I think that's a guarantee. I think he's filmed more tournaments than I have discs. Probably. Only need 3, Luke. Sorry, I meant 300. Steven says, I just saw you almost have 10 million views. That's amazing. Yeah, thanks. That is the product of posting 2 YouTube shorts every single day because they add up. So yeah, most of those are shorts views, but it's great. I'm happy about it. I'm very encouraged by it. It's a great thing. And I'm grateful to all of you guys for being part of the journey. It's been so exciting. I mean, I'm earning some money just from disc golf, which is really cool. And I'm excited for the fall when I fully switch from amateur into the professional division and get to see if I can kind of put together my YouTube earnings, some disc golf income, and hopefully my YouTube gaming channel will be doing well at that time. I'm working on my next video right now. I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see what life looks like at the end of the year. I'm pretty happy about it, pretty hopeful. Luke, only have 11 discs. 11 is a great start, man. That's a great start. My brother sent me about 15 or 20 to start out with, and I was like, this is so many. I have so many discs. And then I end up like this. Doc says 2 a day. I've been hitting the like button on 1 every day. I'll have to hunt the other one down. Yeah. You're getting like you're missing either the birdie of the day or the who knows what video it's gonna be of the day. You got most of the shoe ones. You really commented a lot of the shoe birdies and near throw-ins and stuff like that. The shorts apparently do considerably well versus long form. Yeah, it's definitely mostly short form that's driven the income and the attention to my channel for sure. But I think it's kind of a matter of time before more of the long form videos start kind of taking off, especially since I've gotten a better editing software. I think they're going to start coming across a little bit smoother on YouTube. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I have a lot of good video ideas that I haven't been able to get to yet because I decided to film certain rounds, like multiple rounds at Toboggan plus my practice round has put me back multiple weeks, and I wasn't able to work on like how to prep for a tournament video, stuff like that. Don't forget the money from YouTube membership in the works. Membership will happen. Yes, I feel excited but slow, and I hate it. I was so excited to get merchandise, and that fell through, and I feel like knocked off balance, but it's going to happen. So I can't say when, but it's going to happen. Don't worry, it's going to happen. I really want the biggest thing that makes me sad is I was able to like touch and feel and wear the shirts that my logos were going to be on, and I was like, I can stand behind this product. It is good. And now I'm like, where am I going to find that again? Where am I going to know that I'm selling good material, good quality products? I need a personal connection to know that I have that guarantee. And I'm sad that I lost that connection that I did have. Maybe move the night of the game one because it's up against Foundation and Smashbox. Well, it's interesting because do I want the same audience or do I want a different audience? I think for gaming, I want a different audience entirely. I'm happy for any disc golfers who do have interest in the gaming content, but I don't think there are enough of them to make a big difference. I really think 95+% of my Birdie Time gaming will not be disc golf interested people. I think they will just come from people interested in gaming. For instance, the one video that I did make and post that you commented on, Doc, about killing Caradoc on the island before you leave, that just hit 32,000 views. I don't have any videos on my channel over 5,000 views. And my only gaming video it's been like a gradual thing, but in 40 days, about 32,000 views. And about a quarter of the watch time that I need to get monetized just from that video. If I'm able to do a video a week, I have a good feeling about putting 2 channels together because disc golf, I have momentum already. The gaming, it seems like it will be easier to build an audience because it's not such a limited niche as disc golf. I feel like I'm still trying to get my piece of the pie in the disc golf community, but the gaming community is just like it's this wide open thing where who knows how many people are out there who will watch the content. Doc says 32,000. Dang, you forget what I said. Deal. Don't forget I said that. I plan to make the shoe the next buzz. I got a 60-year plan. That's good. With the amount of non-birdie time disc golf viewers in the gaming streams, the discussion usually veers to disc golf. In the streams, I have a very limited interaction. It's pretty much just people that already know me. Anyone, it's kind of weird because if I stream for long enough, what happens is I'll accumulate more viewers, but my comments go down. And so I'll start off with Doc and Zachary Dugit. And if I go until like 10:30 p.m., most of you guys step away, go to bed, whatever. I'll actually have more viewers, but none of them talk. None of them are leaving comments. So it's very interesting for the stream. For the gaming stream, it doesn't seem to be as important to engage as it is just to be there, just to have the video there for whether somebody is trying to go to sleep or actually interested in the game or just bored. So it's kind of interesting versus disc golf where it feels like when I see that I have like 15 viewers, it feels like 5 of you are commenting, all at the same time. So it's a very interesting dynamic. It's not something that I really expected, but I'm learning every day something new about YouTube and something new about audiences, and it's really, really cool. And you guys have been a huge help in helping me get to the point where I feel like I can do this and I can actually get something out of this for a long time, for the rest of my life potentially, depending on how young I die. That's really dark. Okay, Luke says, what disc golf shoes do you use? Merrill. I got them in a player's pack, and boy, was I happy about that. They're great. I used, did I have the Terex? I think I used the Terex ones. But yes, Vessi. Yeah, Vessi is the sponsorship answer. Nike Trail shoes are Dugit's answer. Yep. Yeah, Merrill is good. You like Vessi. I was very interested to try Vessi. But when I got the Merrills in the players pack, I was like, I'm good. These are good. And they have been. They've been really nice. Dugit says, yeah, I noticed we'll have like 20 viewers and I'll be the only one talking. Yes, at first it threw me off, but I think I've gotten more comfortable with it because I think I understand that the audience isn't uninterested specifically. It's just that they're not there to experience the conversation. They're there to just experience the stream, the game. And I don't have to necessarily be engaging with them as much as interesting for them. And that's a difference that I didn't really think about, but I think I'm beginning to understand it. And I think I'm beginning to, for it to be more natural for me to just chat instead of converse, if that makes sense. It's something that I've really been just thinking about a lot. Yeah. Get some in a mystery box. Really enjoy the Merrill. Oh, interesting. Gabriel Smith. Hey, thanks for hopping on and joining us, Gabriel. Where are you playing next? So let's see. Where am I playing next? I don't have a specific course picked. I'm competing at Bailey in a week or in 2 weeks. Maybe at Angry Beaver next weekend. But this week, I don't know. Maybe Angry. I don't think I need to practice Bailey necessarily. It's kind of a simple course, like execute or you don't. It's more know your discs than know the holes. I don't know. I just played Renaissance, Kilbourne, Eastway, and Scrapyard, so I feel like I need to mix things up. Maybe I'll go to Reedy or Dry Creek. Thinking about Twitch for video game streaming. So you'll catch Mr. Beast's attention in no time. Maybe he'll come in and donate 1,000, like he used to do. Mr. Beast 3000 has donated $1,000. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. You guys are crazy. So thinking about Twitch, what I'd like to do is just dual stream YouTube and Twitch, but I don't have the software set up yet. I have been still getting OBS fine-tuned for me. but it is in eventual plans to kind of dual stream Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, and I think Twitch, you get viewer interaction a lot more. I think there's a lot, like the community ideal, the culture of Twitch is chat, 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 chat. Versus the YouTube lives, it's sometimes chat, sometimes not. So I think that that'll be kind of interesting to dual stream for both. So that's an eventual thing. It's something that I've done some research into. I don't remember if dual streaming is if the application is a paid service or not. I think I found a free one that's also high quality. But I did kind of come to the understanding that I needed to start with OBS and get OBS really like dialed in first. So that's where I am in the process right now, is making sure I've got OBS dialed in, use it for capturing and editing as well as streaming, and kind of branch off from it to be able to do multi-streams. Yeah, good question. Digit, what's it going to take for you to start a shoe Discord? Doc says. Don't have enough people to support a whole Discord for a single disc, unless it's a Brave. Luke says, what state do you live in? I am in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Maybe you can come to my course if we're in the same state. That'd be cool. Are you in North Carolina? Doc says, I might. My issue is I forgot I'm doing stuff like that. Gabriel says, gotcha. I'm still waiting for your big announcement about the tournament you're hosting. I'll be one of the first players. I'm waiting too, but it is, I can almost promise it's going to happen eventually. I just have no idea when, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Dude just says, big decision right now is whether to get a P2X, already okay with my putter, or a mystery disc. It's very difficult to find a better putter because you already have one disc in its slot, and you only have the chance to be better or worse than that disc. Better or worse. And the disc is already pretty good. If you get a mystery disc, it has 20 chances to be better or worse than a disc in your bag. So getting a mystery disc is 20 times better than getting a putter. Mystery discs are going to be a high-speed driver they're trying to get rid of. Interesting. Would pick that. The stamps are usually pretty neat. If you host a tournament, I drive to NC to play. Heck yeah. That's 2 entries. Luke says no, not in North Carolina. No. All the way to Charlotte. It's an hour away. Doc, I'll come pick you up, man. You can just ride the bus. I'm sure they're familiar with you by now anyway. Steven says, I definitely do my best to make a tournament you host. 3 plus Charlotte traffic. Oh my gosh. Okay. Luke is in Ohio. All right. All right. We have a couple viewers in Ohio, and I grew up in Michigan, so I don't know if I've ever played disc golf in Ohio, but I've driven through Ohio so many times. I've actually spent a lot of hours in Ohio, just not a lot of time there. Traffic on some of those lane roads can be rough. Yes, rush hour Charlotte traffic is bad, but it's not the worst. It's not Chicago. It's not Atlanta. And so I assume it's not New York. Yeah. Some of the roads are really bad some of the time. But like during the day, like morning traffic is normally not an issue. Like early morning traffic, but not like 11, like 9, 10, 11 a.m. It's fine. If you do a tournament, you should have a player's pack of a shoe and a can of soup. Sponsored by Doc. Doc loves it. That's great. You convinced him already. Yes. So it's really funny because Garrett Gerthy did a fundraiser tournament before tour, and I can't remember if it was a pulled pork. I think he made this huge thing of pulled pork, and we went through this massive line of making sandwiches, dumping on the barbecue sauce. I just come with a massive pot, like Kevin's Chili in The Office, just this huge thing of soup, and I just start ladling out bowls of soup. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. That'd be really great. And beef jerky. Doc is calling the Uber right now. just a reserve in advance. Keep the P2 on the 2-buy and pick the mystery option. Okay. Going for it. Very nice. Decisive. I like it. Okay, we ended up with a little more balance in the poll. We have 55% voting for the cookout barbecue, 30% for fireworks, 12% swimming, and only 3% parade. So 3% with 67 votes is, I believe, 2 votes. Yeah, not very popular. Makes sense to me. What is my favorite course? It's a good question, Luke. In Charlotte, my favorite course might be Renaissance. I think it's just amazing. I have played Maple Hill. It's really, really good. Really, really good. And close to my heart is Jonesville Park, my home course in Gainesville, Florida, just because I put so many rounds in. I filmed a lot out there. I got a lot of aces and practice aces. I won my first tournament there. I won my first A tier there. It just has a lot of memories. So that's like my favorite course as well. So yeah. And then Scrapyard's great. Close second to Renaissance because it's close. It's kind of easy if you're hitting your lines that day and putting well. And iconic water carry ace runs available as well. Jim Butts, thanks for the pipeline. Wish you would have signed it. I will cater for you next year at DGC in Martha's Vineyard around St. Patrick's Day. I have a few hundred rounds there. Whoa, sounds amazing. I should have signed it. I'm sorry. I should have messaged you. I'll have to send you a signature and you can laminate it on. Yeah, glad that I was able to send the pipeline. I'm glad it arrived. I meant to also say, hey, here's your shipping info. Didn't do that. Didn't do that. So I'm glad it arrived. That's good. That's good. Get fireworks for 3 weeks. Dog hates them. Yeah, fireworks like literally 1 day a year for me. 1 day a year, fireworks are fine. You keep going, I don't like it anymore. Hey, Zachary is back. Thanks for coming on again, Zachary. Get 2 discs signed by Ben Kenny. $12.99 if you buy 4, you get 1 free. Favorite dessert? Ooh, great question. Great question. Favorite dessert? Wow, putting me on my toes here. Okay, Bluebell. What was that specific ice cream flavor? It's like double chocolate monster cookie or something like that. Like there is some Bluebell flavor that is chocolate ice cream, cookie chunks, and it is so good. So good. That's probably my favorite. Chocolate covered strawberries, top 3. Absolutely top 3. I don't know what my other third one is in the top 3. Oh, I know. Michigan fresh donuts, fresh cinnamon donuts, gallon of cold cider, dozen steaming fresh cinnamon donuts from a pumpkin patch like apple orchard. So good. So good. Really, really hard to beat that. Number 4, Taco Bell Cinnabon Delights. Love banana pudding. Oh yeah, Doc says banana pudding. Anyone seen anything about the new Mega Glow Discraft molds? Nope. Luke says I missed it. I was getting my ice cream. That's yeah. Ice cream was like one of my top 2. Chocolate covered strawberries. I specifically like a chocolate, like a Bluebell brand chocolate ice cream with cookie chunks in it. It wasn't chocolate cookie dough. It was some other like specific flavor. They have so many. That's really, really good. And then I said a gallon of cold cider and a dozen cinnamon donuts from an apple orchard in Michigan. Can't beat it. And then I said Cinnabon Delights from Taco Bell. Food Lions is really good, not too sweet, and they don't put bananas in it. Wait, what? Grandma's apple pie. Oh, you can't go wrong with like family apple pies. Those are so good. And I don't even like pies at all. SM says, when it comes to form, I notice I'm moving my feet too fast and not getting enough power from my legs. Any good ideas on how to slow down? You could try to just step further on your last step, like plant further, and see if that makes your timing better. If you're planting further, it takes your foot longer to get there. And that way, you wouldn't necessarily need to change your speed so much as timing. Keeping your speed and changing your timing. You try that. That might work. Don't put bananas in it. That's like a third of the pudding. Second best component to vanilla wafers. They sold out, looks like $50 on eBay for the Discraft stuff. Interesting. Maybe try to emulate Brad/Coriolis's form. That's funny. Dujit was recognizing my similarities to Coriolis. I've never intentionally modeled after him. So I've definitely, learned disc golf elements, but I've kind of happened to kind of coincide with his form is. Yeah. Total accident. If not fresh bananas, you usually go bad quick. So the banana flavored pudding is the banana in the banana pudding works better. Okay. Nice. Well, I did make it across the 3-hour mark. So I'll chat for another minute or two here. So more pressing questions that you have on you at this moment. But I'm going to hop off. See, I'm starting to fall apart here. The mentality is gone. The amount of sleep I got last night wasn't enough. And I also led my small group today, kind of taught, and I'm wiped out. I'm a little tired. The Mega Glow are the expensive ones. Okay. Judges are $12.99. That's good. But yeah, I'll be wrapping up in just a couple minutes. So get out any last questions and comments before the stream gets wrapped up. No more disc golf questions. Let's hear about your small group. Small as in kids or just not many people. Oh, thank you, Doc. I really appreciate that. So that's a great question. Is a small group in terms of not that many people. So it is a kind of like post-college to 30-ish group, a 30-year-old-ish group, and we're studying apologetics. So reasonable answers, reasonable arguments, and evidence that support the Christian worldview. So ultimately, today we talked about the historical evidence that backs up the resurrection, Jesus' resurrection from the dead, such as it's pretty clear that the disciples really, really thought that Jesus did rise from the dead. They were convinced of it because they literally died for it. And people can die for things that they're wrong about, but you don't have multiple people dying for something they know is a lie. So it's pretty clear that they really thought that he came back to life. So the question is, well, what convinced them that he came back to life? Was it like some hallucination? Well, you don't have group hallucinations of the same thing. Not to mention, Jesus' resurrection, he was seen by multiple people over multiple days, like 40 days, appearing to hundreds of people. You don't have a mass hallucination like that. Like that doesn't ever happen. It's never been recorded. Did somebody else die in his place? There's no evidence of that. People, like his mom was right there. You don't think that she would have noticed, wait, that's not Jesus. Like, I don't need to be as sad. Like, my son's not dying on the cross right now. James, the brother of Jesus, would have known that that was somebody else dying on the cross. The theory that he didn't really die. Well, he got stabbed under the ribs, and a spear went into the pericardium of his heart, and fluid and blood leaked out. So his heart ruptured and got stabbed. He was dead. The Romans were very good at killing. Crucifying was their like specialty. Not to mention, if somehow he was alive 3 days later, he wakes up in a tomb, wrapped up in 75 pounds of spices, has to push a 1,000-pound boulder out of the way, fight off a Roman guard who are stationed there to protect the tomb, and then inspire a bunch of followers. No, he needs medical attention. He's not walking 8 miles to Emmaus. Anyway, it was a very good, very enjoyable discussion. and I very much appreciated the community of my small group. We do activities outside of the small group on Sundays, but meet every week and kind of spend that time discussing things and encouraging each other. And I've really kind of started to make some great friends there, which has been really, really cool. So yeah, thanks for asking, Doc. And I had the honor of leading teaching today, and I thought it went really well. People were very engaged, which is what I wanted to see. Yeah, I just kind of talked about that for a few minutes real quick. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Yeah, great question. I've heard there's a rumor one of the disciples died in his place. Can't remember who it's supposed to be. Yeah, and so the problem with one of his disciples dying in his place is no one says that happened. Like the Jewish leaders didn't claim that happened. The Roman guards didn't claim that happened. They instead said, well, Jesus did die, but the disciples stole his body, which they would have been executed for like falling asleep on guard and letting the disciples steal the body of Jesus. So the fact that they were going out saying, hey, they stole the body is like, really? Really? These disciples stole the body and you're going to admit that? The reality must be even more like shameful. They just passed out and were basically just knocked unconscious. But they would have been able to say, people would have said like, oh, Jesus came back from the dead. The Romans would not have said, no, you stole his body. They would have said, no, that wasn't him, someone else died. Like, the Jews would not have been happy that Jesus survived. They would have been very upset and tried to get him killed again. They worked very hard to get him killed the first time. So it doesn't hold up looking at the historical evidence. Also, you have secular sources, leaders saying Jesus died, and then there was a mysterious, how do they phrase it? A mischievous religion that arose, a rumor that he came back from the dead. But you never have them reporting there's a rumor that it was someone else who died. So there's no historical evidence to suggest that somebody else died in his place. It's just a like, oh, what if this happened? But if you're going to say, what if this happened, you better have some evidence that it happened. Because there is evidence that Jesus did die on the cross. There is evidence that his tomb was empty. There is evidence that people were convinced that he rose from the dead. And the most likely explanation of all of those circumstances is that it actually happened. So, yeah. Okay, going for the Mega Glow Buzz SS. Ooh, that's awesome, dude. Upgrade it in hopes that it becomes a rare. Oh, wow. When it comes in, leave me with a don't throw dilemma. Those are always tough. All right, guys. Really appreciate it. Doc bought us another 5 minutes with a great question at the end. But as always, it's been an absolute joy spending time with you guys, answering questions, talking about things, hearing about your lives. And yeah, we're going to get memberships. We're going to get merchandise. We're going to get Birdie Time tournaments. We just all have to be a little bit patient. They're going to happen. Awesome. Have a great week, guys. Consider videoing your small group and posting it. Part of the small group is we watch a video from Norman Geisler Institute. So that's like their copyrighted stuff. Like we pay for the license. So we couldn't record that portion of the small group. But I guess it's possible that at some point I could record my teaching portion. Maybe. That'd be interesting. It's a good idea. Thank you, Doc, for suggesting it. Don't forget the Discord. Okay, I'll make the Discord happen. Awesome. Love you guys. Catch you later. Peace out. Oh gosh, I'm gonna like crunch when I stand up. Oh, there it is. There's my back.